What up, Wisconsin? Just getting my hashtags done quick. Hey, bro, I'm also streaming on the horizontal or vertical, whatever. So if you want to go over to the other chat's probably going to be bigger. Oh yeah, bro. One's for short clips and one's for actual clips to upload to the channel. So that's where we're at on what we are doing. Oh, bicep cramped. All right, so today we're gonna get into what Candace had to say yesterday, so we're all caught up on what's being exposed, and then we will get into the Iran conflict and some other stuff. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, man. God bless everybody. Jesus is King. Make sure you guys show some love and support, and support the channel by liking the stream and hitting the subscribe button with the notification bell. And make sure you go ahead and help me reach my super chat goal. 10 super chats, any color. Get your name on the wall, whatever. And help support your boy. Any large donos, go to the link in my Ko-Fi. You know your boy needs to be supported in order to do this Monday through Friday, right? When school starts, your boy's going to be Monday through Friday, 9 to like 2, right? I need y'all to support the channel either by liking, subscribing, super chatting, or donating through Ko-Fi, all right? If we want to keep going up and we need all the content and we need, we want your boy to keep grinding, we need to run it up. But that's where we're at. So today we're going to go over a little bit of what Candace has been talking about. We're going to go ahead and go to her channel first. Then we're going to go over some of what Joe Rogan and JD Vance were talking about. And yeah, man, we're just going to run it up. Candace has a lot of inside knowledge on what's going on with the whole, Fed slop narrative and what they're trying to propose to us in court and everything else. So it's going to be very interesting to see what she had to say yesterday. Again, I don't watch these streams. I kind of just wait for the next day to go over them with you guys when they're interesting. So we're all kind of just, whatever. This is the first day I got a notification for the live. Yeah, YouTube be crappy on that, man. Like, if all 11K of my subs got a notification for my live, we'd be lit, you know. But yeah, this is where we're at. So we're gonna go over this. We're gonna do some body cam footage today too. So, hey man, we're gonna run it up. Welcome back, Allison. God bless you. I hope you had a fantastic night yesterday. I hope you're having a fantastic day today so far. But yeah, man, let's get into it.
Exhausted because the kids are still a bit jet lagged. All right, you guys, happy Thursday. Look alive, look more alive than I currently feel today. I'm actually exhausted because the kids are still a bit jet lagged, and my daughter Louise woke us up at 4 a.m. this morning.
I'm not doing too bad. A little tired, a little tired. Trying to get, trying to get back on the grind, especially I'm trying to, get on my editing grind. So other than that, we're running it up.
Because she does this thing. It's like a repeat pattern, I'd probably say 3 times a week, where she sort of creates a crisis and gathers a search party that consists of just my husband, her father, and she loses, because she says that she loses, her squishmallow. Okay, so in case you guys don't know what a squishmallow is, here it is. I'm gonna show you the strawberry squishmallow. Believe it or not, this little ball of squish has caused more drama in my household, in the farmer household, than probably anything else, because she loses it at obscure times, and then she gets really upset, and she bursts into her room and she says, Daddy, I can't find my squishmallow. And every single time he gets up and he finds the squishmallow, which is always conveniently just like right next to her bed, fell right next to her bed. And so last night she did one of these things at 4 a.m. in the morning. She did the little hand. It's always this. We know she's really serious and upset. And it's, Daddy, I can't find my squishmallow. Last night it was her bracelet. And at 4 a.m. he just gets up and he goes and he deals with it. So anyways, that's what's going on in my household. So I'm a little tired today. But what do I have for you? Well, back into our story. Everybody's blacking out. Everybody has amnesia about September 10th. We got Blakey Neff, who, by the way, wants us to believe that he never ever watches this show. But mysteriously, he always has a clip handy and circulating on his X feed approximately 5 minutes after we get off air. And he's like,
I'll
somebody
definitely tell
sent
him.
this to me. We all
Maybe
know
I'll
that
bring
Blake
him
Neff
out
is a
today.
closeted Standis. He's working at Turning Point. So that's got to be a tough gig, my friends. That's like when Tim Dillon says, friend of the show. Blake Neff is definitely a friend of the show. But he's not the only person that is suffering from a little amnesia regarding September 10th. Today, we returned to the courtroom because I missed something in the preliminary hearing that Baron Coleman flagged to me over the weekend because we were sharing notes, and it is a potential answer for what happened to that mysterious backpack and gloves and a jacket, which were found at the bus stop near the library on the same route that the alleged Losi Center shooter traveled. And yet the FBI moved not to test those abandoned items. What happened? Because if you think about it logically, what information could they have possibly been presented with that would have caused the feds to be like, oh, no, never mind. That's not important. Don't test it. The answer may surprise you. Actually, probably not, because it's the feds and slop is their entire brand. So welcome back to Candace.
Yeah, because that's true. Like slop is the thing with the feds. But like, if it was any other situation or if it was just a regular case, bro, everything gets tested. Oh, you found this, test that, see if it comes up with results. Like, there is not like, oh, this is more important than this, so we don't test this and all this other stuff. Like, that's obviously not how they do it in other circumstances. So, yeah.
33 hours. Valhalla, my friends.
Thank you for
Who
the
could forget
sparkles,
the moment they
Allison.
announced
God
that?
bless.
By that time, of course, they had also announced that they found the gun and a screwdriver, which had his DNA on it. That was announced by Kash Patel a couple of days later, but they had kind of already leaked that they had discovered this screwdriver. I think it was actually the next day on September 11th was the first time we heard about this. Now, I just want to say we should...
Damn, dude, today marks 3 years I've been on YouTube, dude. Well, I've been on YouTube longer than that, but since I created this account, we started running it up. 3 years, man. Hell yeah, dude. Gonna continue to run it up, man.
Just consider the screwdriver, full stop, because I have so many questions about it. When exactly and why exactly did he take it out at all? Think about that. They rushed so much to say his DNA was on there, but now it makes no sense at all that he had a screwdriver in his hand on the rooftop. Can anybody make logical sense of that? And why is it that the person who
Make sure you guys
filmed
double tap the
and
screen,
observed
man.
him
Get those
on
likes
that
up.
roof
Show some love and
on
support.
Losi
Welcome
Center
in,
making military
Stacy.
movements? Got a lot of emails from you guys about what that is and how you would have to have military training to know how to do that movement. Why is it that
Thank
he
you for the sparkle,
has
Stacy.
maintained a story and has absolutely no recollection of having seen a towel or a screwdriver, actually? When did that happen, right? Throughout my conversations with him, he didn't see either. When did the person on the rooftop take out a towel and take out a screwdriver? Why would he take out the towel or the screwdriver on the rooftop?
Appreciate the
None of the
sparkles
influencers, by the
again,
way, I might
Allison.
mention
God
and had
bless.
here, none of them mentioned and shared that moment in their 4K HD overwhelming recap that they saw the
Thank you for the
screwdriver in
floating heart.
4K. When did it happen? Can they do that? You guys, you saw it. They only showed it to you
Appreciate you,
guys. Can you
Allison.
tell us, could you further illustrate to Benny Johnson the moment he took out that screwdriver and why he did that? And of course, when Officer Bagley, the officer who raced over to the Losi Center rooftop at 12:44 p.m., Charlie gets shot at 12:23. He's up there at 12:44 p.m. and he finds that screwdriver. But, mysteriously, we had another blackout, another amnesia spell, this time from a piece of tech. The body cam just died. It was just like Blake Neff. It was like, I don't know I don't remember anything. I'm just a body cam. Remember this moment?
right, your body cam footage that I reviewed appears to end while you're still on the roof. Do you know why that is?
I think the battery went dead. It was just right at that moment.
Okay. And do you know, did you ever...
You know, a lot of cops, like in a lot of police stations or, you know, different cities, if you don't charge your body cam or you don't keep track of that, you get fired, bro. And it's just, oh, as soon as I get to the roof, you know, remember, this is the cop that, like, miraculously, like, went from his post, ran, you know, jumped over a bunch of people, went and found the pistol holster, looked directly at where the shooter took his shot out of all other spots and said, I'm going to go there. And as soon as he gets to the roof, he's like, my body cam died. I don't know why. I think it was a low battery.
turn it back on that day or go get it, I don't know, what do you have to do, charge it or stick a new battery in it? I don't even know.
Usually dock it, but no, I didn't go back. It was too chaotic running around.
So that 27-minute and 35-second body cam that starts when you're at the Hall of Flags and ends while you're still on the roof, but haven't put the crime tape up yet, that's the only body cam you have that day?
Yes.
Great.
That's sad. You know, we received a score of emails from police officers all over the country and the world telling us that that account registers to them as absolute BS, that testimony. In fact, one person informed us, and I'm going to show you this email, and obviously protecting his identity. He wrote, "We use the same body camera that the Utah City Police use, the Axon Body Cam 4 model. I would be happy to look into any questions you might have about it. It bothered me that the officer claimed his camera died when he was on the rooftop. The camera battery lasts approximately 14 hours. At the end of every shift, we have to dock our cameras all on a detachment shared dock. The dock is also what uploads all of that data and the videos from the shift onto the server. We can then review the videos on the Axon website. This website is the same across North America. The camera video also captures a GPS route of exactly everywhere the officer walked. To turn on the recording, we press the middle button twice. It automatically saves 30 seconds before that. To turn the video off, you have to hold the button down for a few seconds. At the end of the video, you can usually see the officer's hand moving toward the button and even blocking the lens a bit with their hand. I'll also mention you get a reminder when the battery is going to die. It does a high-pitched tone and vibrates 4 times at 10% left and again at 5%. So there's no way he didn't know his battery was going to die. The Axon Body 4 system also logs and records the specific reason a video stops or a device turns off. All of this information can be seen on the Axon site.
Everyone who's coming into the stream, man, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Jesus is King. Make sure you guys double tap the screen, show some love and support. We are blessed to be here and be alive today. So make sure you guys support the channel. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the See Me Now family. Hit the notification bell. And yeah, man, let's lock in. After this, we're gonna get into the war. And after that, we'll get into some body cam footage or something.
Police have access to and can review. Oh, well, that's good to know. Did he hear the beep? 27 minutes, yours just went off after being docked, but it's supposed to last 14 hours. Did you hear the beep warning? Beep, I'm about to die, like I'm blacking out. People also, as you just saw, said that it stores that data, and so we will be able to find out eventually how that battery died so quickly, or if it was manually turned off. I personally am looking forward to that full trial when the narrative of how the body cam crashed out comes to light. And that's not it. Remember, he also, Officer Bagley can't remember who he was on the rooftop with. Quite shocking what he says happened. It could be relevant. Maybe that person planted the screwdriver. Who he was on the rooftop with is super relevant. This is what he said during his testimony about that moment.
It appears to me from reviewing your body camera that there was another individual who was with you that went to the Losi building who was in civilian clothing but appeared to have a gun. Who was that?
I don't know who he was exactly. He had a badge on, and I had somebody with me to back me up as I ran up the stairs to make sure I had somebody with me.
So you don't know what agency he's from or where he's from?
No.
And it looked like he had a pistol.
Yes.
Is that right?
A handgun, yes.
Or a handgun. Yeah. And so the two of you go to the Losi building.
It's just incredible.
When you reviewed the videotape at the police department later, did you check to see if anyone had been on the Losi building after the shooting, after this individual had jumped off that you've already talked about? Was there anybody else on the roof? Did you check and see in that gap of time?
In that gap of time, no. So once I put up the barrier, I only walked up to about that point, then I went down and reviewed the video from that moment on.
So are you able to say for one way or the other if anyone else had been on that roof in between when the person jumped off the building and when you came on the roof? Are you able to say one way or the other?
There was people up there looking for an individual that ran that way, because when I first got told the individual ran heading north, that we didn't know where the shooter was, so we started climbing up and looking, clearing the building. And it wasn't until I went to the PD and actually saw him jump off of the building that I knew he was off the building.
Let me rephrase that because I think I either asked it badly or you misunderstood me. So let me go back again. So from the time that the individual that you spotted on the video jumped off the roof, right? The individual that you thought was in the prone position.
Okay.
Between that and when you got on the roof, did you ever check to see if anybody else had been on the roof in that period of time?
Yeah, and I didn't see anybody.
So you
I
did
didn't
watch?
notice anybody.
You didn't, did you look on the video to see that entire, okay, that's what I'm asking. So you did not review the video to see if there was someone between you, that individual jumping off and you coming on, if anybody had been on or disturbed that scene in any way? Okay.
Let's remind you that this is now 10 months later. And Officer Bagley wants you to believe that a shooting took place. He sprinted into action. He went up on the Losey rooftop where he believes that a murderer just ran off of. And he sees a guy in plain clothes holding a gun. And he's like, hey, I don't even need to know your name. I just trust you. I feel like this is the brotherhood. I saw a badge. Did you check the badge? Was it a real badge? Was the person pretending to be an officer? No, it didn't matter. He had a badge. Just because giving the Brian Harple, I saw the tattoo. But at least Brian Harple saw a tattoo. This guy thinks he saw a badge, doesn't know where it's from. And they just trust this guy to come up on the rooftop with him. And at no point in the 10 months following the Charlie Kirk assassination did Officer Bagley go, well, you know what? I'm an officer here at UVU, so I'm going to just like check that footage and see who the heck was on the rooftop with me. Because that'd be good to know. Was that even an officer that was up there? No. In fact, he was so disinterested in what transpired on the rooftop, he didn't even review the 20 minutes before he got up there, right? That's what she's asking. Did you go back and see if from 12:23, which is what you should have said when Charlie got shot, and 12:44 when you arrived on that rooftop, if anybody else was on the rooftop, maybe, I don't know, dropping a screwdriver? He says no. No, I don't know, I just felt good with this guy who I have no idea who he is. And since then, we never looked back on the footage. Hey, but you know what's really good? A ton of influencers just confirmed that very rooftop that you were on, they are now able to get 4K HD footage. They're just able to enhance it so that it looks like the movie 300. It's amazing. Yeah, that's what they're able to do now. Now, they typically only show this to the influencers. You might have to go to them. But I bet they're going to be able to tell you exactly, since they saw Tyler Robinson, exactly who was on that rooftop with you with the badge. Isn't that great?
Hey guys, we're only at 9 likes. Everybody double tap your screen. It's easy to like, man. Don't be lazy. Double tap your screen. Show some love. Hit the subscribe button.
They can use that same HD 4K setup in that exact spot to help Officer Bagley fill in his spots of amnesia. I love that. That's great. You know, that's always the problem with big lies, you guys. That's why you shouldn't tell lies, because you don't get to pick and choose when they serve you. So if it's 4K HD and you're sure it's Tyler Robinson, it better be 4K HD when we figure out who went on that rooftop with Officer Bagley, if it ever jogs his interest. You know what I think? I don't think there ever was a screwdriver up there. I think that screwdriver was planted there at a different time. I don't believe that the person who sprinted took out a screwdriver for no reason. They can't even fit it into there. They don't know why he took out the screwdriver for funsies. I also don't think, based on the eyewitness account from the person who recorded him on the rooftop, that he had a towel. I think it was just a bag that we are seeing him swing, and they are telling us it was his towel. Now, I want you to also take a listen again. We played this for you yesterday to Sergeant Jennifer Filomena, okay? That was the woman from the Utah Bureau of Investigations. And I think I said she was UVU sergeant. I meant to say she's from the Utah Bureau of Investigations, the state Bureau of Investigations. And she tells us about finding that abandoned backpack, the jacket, and the gloves at the bus stop along the very route that the shooter ran, right? Take a listen to what she says again, because it's going to be relevant.
Now, if my count is correct, 9 of those reports in that larger body of reports was written by you, correct?
Yes.
Did I miss anything?
Much love, Stacy.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you about a couple of those reports. The first report was a report that you wrote on September 22nd that documented the overview of the crime scenes, correct?
Yes.
And there were various crime scenes that you've described on direct examination, correct?
Yes.
One of them was the Fulton Library.
Yes.
Tell us why that was a potential crime scene.
Yeah, of course. When officers were canvassing the scene, they were also trying to see the route of the shooter, as well as just trying to find the shooter. And they determined that the Fulton Library stood out because there were unattended items there at the bus stops that were away from the courtyard area, and so to them they thought it was suspicious.
And were certain items seized from, and what were they?
Yes, you had a backpack, a jacket, as well as some gloves, and there may have been some other things. I just don't recall them right now.
And do you recall what the item numbers were of those seizures? Was it 9? Does that ring a bell?
I don't remember.
Whatever was seized was sent to the FBI lab for processing?
Yes.
and along with some information that the suspect may have shed some of these items as he fled, correct?
Yes.
Was a decision at some time made, and you were requesting that both DNA and other type of analysis get done?
Yes.
At some point, did you decide to pull a plug on that?
At the time when it was already sent, we didn't have more information as far as whether or not the evidence that were collected there were probative.
But eventually you communicated to the lab that those items were not in fact connected with the case and there was no need to do further testing.
I don't remember communicating that.
Okay. If that's in the notes of the FBI or the ATF, would that be inconsistent with what you know?
No.
Okay. I mention it because some of the reports, the lab reports, have those items listed.
Okay.
I just want to be clear that those items eventually you determined were not related to this case. Would that be fair?
Yeah, that would be fair.
Okay, so the relevant thing is she doesn't remember communicating that, but she's saying the determination was that it was not relevant to this case. So she is State Bureau of Investigations. She then finds these items. They send it over to the FBI for processing. And then in the FBI's report and or the ATF's report, they say, we didn't test this because it was communicated by her that it was no longer probative, okay? And apparently the FBI listened to her, but she doesn't remember that. Now, it is likely that we're going to now hear from a different testimony from an FBI agent, Amanda Baker, on day 2, that they're referring to the exact same items. You are going to hear Amanda Baker describe to you why, or I guess what happened next once they got these items. And the reason that they determined that these items, which sound like they could match the description of the person who I spoke to, who recorded the video and said, yeah, he was in all black, everything was covered. Not sure if he, had his hands out, but everything was all black. He could have been a very black person, or he had on some black gloves. So it sounds like to me. These could be those items on the route of the shooter. Here is the reason that the FBI decided that it was no longer probative. Take a listen to Amanda Baker.
When you received the evidence, you got more than 7 and 8, correct? You got a number of other samples.
Correct, I did.
You got a backpack, which you labeled as Exhibit 9, and a bunch of items from that backpack, correct?
Correct, yes.
You were initially told that those items related to things that may have been discarded by the suspect.
So initially, we didn't have any information. So we processed that. Those are items that are good for DNA. Not having any information from the investigators, we processed them for DNA. As the investigation continues, it was determined that that backpack was potentially left behind by a bystander, and there was no comparisons needed at that time.
Well, left behind by a bystander, or according to your notes at page 20, the backpack belongs to Kirk's detailees.
Or amnesia.
Yes, based on the individual that was not my communication log. That was someone else within the laboratory. That was the information that they received.
Somebody just added some notes in her notes. She's like, I was just told not to process it. And then she's like, the information they received, why they no longer had to test it, was because it belonged to someone in Charlie's detail. Well, that's incredible. If this is indeed the abandoned backpack, the same one found at the bus stop, and it sounds like it could be, since she asserts similarly that they initially thought that it was abandoned by the rooftop shooter, which means that they found this along the route that the alleged rooftop shooter took, right? Then the reason they moved not to test it is incredible. It belonged to someone on Charlie's detail. Who? First and foremost. That's a really important question, because we have the people intimately involved in the situation who are suddenly developing amnesia, who communicated this, who's adding notes. Like, who's like ghostwriting in these people's notes? Like, Amanda doesn't remember these notes. Somebody in the lab added this randomly. Sergeant Philomena doesn't remember these ever communicating this. Who is the hand that is moving this? And more crucially, who was the person on Charlie's detail that they determined this backpack belonged to? Why on earth was this individual up at a library bus stop that's nowhere near Losey Center, nowhere near the amphitheater? Why would they be up there at all, dropping off a backpack, gloves, a jacket? Why did they bring gloves at all? That's a good question. It's a pretty hot day. We're not in the winter. And why on earth would the FBI...
Hey guys, let's try and hit 100 likes, man. We are 86 beautiful people away from hitting 100 likes. Just double tap your screen, show some love and support. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 20K, most importantly 100K. Hope you guys are all having a blessed day. We're going to get into the Iran war after this, and we are going to get into the J.D. Vance, Joe Rogan interview after this, and a bunch of other stuff. So much love to everybody.
And the SBI accept that, well, the person was on Charlie's team as a good enough reason to stop testing. Why wouldn't you continue testing for DNA, confirming it's somebody on Charlie's team?
Well, just like how Tyler Robinson came and encountered a person from TPUSA, Blake Neff knows who it is, but hey, since it's a person from TPUSA and he doesn't want to get them in trouble because he doesn't think they did anything wrong, They're not going to mention who Tyler Robinson talked to.
Confirming, I don't know, that doesn't have any gun residue on it. I'm sorry, has nobody ever been found guilty of killing someone they know? Is that a new theme for the FBI? Isn't this like always what happens? Out of envy, out of greed, out of anger, out of lust? Is this a new concept to the police? Since when is I know the victim accepted as an alibi? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I seen the reckless Ben Lego situation, and I don't know. I feel like it's been covered enough. It's watered down, but it's crazy. I mean, it truly is. $200,000 in Legos is wild.
Someone just killed their lover. Police come. They grab the knife. Oh, that's my knife, but I know
Appreciate
that person.
you, Eric. Much love.
Okay,
Welcome
well,
to
I
the
guess it can't
family.
be you. You know the person. We won't test it then. Here you go. Take this back. Just a little refresher here. 70 to 80% of homicide victims are killed by people that they know. And when money is involved, that percentage increases dramatically. And do you know what Charlie had? Access to a lot of money. And I imagine when you throw politics in the mix, that probably increases even more dramatically. The idea that you would accept, I know Charlie, as an excuse to give back abandoned items that shouldn't be where they are because Charlie's details should not be up by the library for any reason, dropping off backpacks. The reason given is unacceptable. And the confusion of both of these women as they testified, genuine confusion there with Amanda Baker. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't told it was somebody on Charlie's team. And then she says, oh, somebody at the lab just added that. Same exact confusion that we just saw expressed by Philomena. These are your notes? Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, I don't recall me having communicated that. So what I'm getting is that somebody at the FBI lab authored that. We should know who that person is because that just stinks to high heaven. You would test it. You would test it. And hopefully as this trial moves forward, we're going to be in some luck because we've just learned from a bandit of influencers that we can get 4K HD, undeniable mountain of evidence, overwhelming footage. Surely there was a surveillance camera that was trained on the bus stop. That just makes sense. It's a bus stop, right? There's got to be a surveillance camera right there. Again, I am personally looking forward to the trial because this entire thing is a house of cards, okay? And a lot of people deserve to have their careers ended for perpetuating this level of fraud upon the American people. It's absurd. It's just, the story is just going to grow more absurd. And they're just going to be chasing their tails. Separately, I want to tell you guys that we received a tip from a verified source at Timpanogos Hospital. It's very difficult to find sources at Timpanogos Hospital. I've been telling you that. And this one is completely solid. I've confirmed that the person works there. And they have told me that they have confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt that the hospital was not informed ahead of time that Charlie was en route. Okay, remember, that was their official story, that they called 911 and they explained to me that procedurally what happens when you do that, when you make that call, is that there's a place in the hospital that then receives and preps and is expecting you to arrive. And we have yet to hear from any of these people who loved telling the story over and over again of what they were doing and what was happening, whether it was Brian Harpo, Frank Chark. Nobody wants to take credit for calling 911. Is that strange? That's a pretty heroic, necessary thing to do. Brian Harpole told us what everybody was doing in that car, but he just says, like, we called 911. Who's we? Not you, sir. You were busy with 9,000 feet of gauze. Your brother with the tattoo was holding you. Somebody was on the phone with Ben Shapiro's security. Who called 911 in this 7-minute short journey? I'll remind you of what Brian Harpole said about that phone call. He says it.
Well, I feel bad for the hospital staff because we showed up looking like that and they didn't know we were coming, even though we had called 911. But I don't know what happened to that.
There is no team in calling 911 who physically dialed 911, and why can't we find that call? That's public information. The calls have been released. People have gone through them. Who is the individual that called 911? I'd like to know that. Maybe Frank Chark can give us an answer. That actually brings us back to Frank Chark in general and this mysterious car ride, which is making less and less sense as time goes by. We're going to discuss that when we get back from a brief break. All right, you guys, a lot of people feel like they are working harder than ever, but still falling behind every single month. Between grocery prices, bills, and credit card debt growing, it can feel impossible to get ahead. Minimum payments are not designed to get you out of debt. They're designed to keep you stuck. But all right, so Dr. Frank Chark really hates me. I gotta tell you guys, I just don't get the feeling this guy likes me. I don't think he's a friend of the show. He's been crashing out tons of clips we haven't shown you of him going around. He's kind of the leader of the Christian grift. It's kind of his entire brand and really kind of the legacy, I would say, of his family's involvement in the military. I mean, it is just so obvious to me that all of these pastors were a part of the broader psychological operation against Christians to tie us to Israel. I mean, there's so much I could say, but I'll save it for the book club. But him in particular, we got to get deeper into the Frank Chark story and where his family comes from and what they're involved in. But I do want to just give him a round of applause for unlocking another level of propaganda. I personally am proud of us. I'm proud of me. These levels of propaganda are becoming aspirational. The speed at which they move through various themes and can't keep track of the thing they said yesterday. Candace is demonic. Candace is a digital assassin. Candace is stupid. No, she's really smart, evil genius. It's difficult to keep up with, right? But when one of the propaganda campaigns fails, they always launch another one. And today, Pastor, Dr. Frank Turek wants you to know that watching my show could lead to marriage strain and divorce. Whew, heavy. Apparently, someone's husband wrote into his show. Now, I just want to say off the bat, there's been no evidence that the writer of this script is not actually Blake Neff. And even if it were Blake Neff, he probably wouldn't remember. Anyway, here is what this anonymous husband had to say to Dr. Frank Turek.
I'm writing because I'm at a point of desperation, and I'm hoping you might offer some biblical wisdom or practical advice. My wife and I are both Christians, but over the past several months, she has become deeply influenced by Candace Owens' recent content regarding you, Israel, and a number of broader conspiracy-related topics. She has come to believe that you are dishonest and you are a false teacher, and even that you are involved in criminal wrongdoing. She also believes that there are vast hidden forces controlling world events, governments, media, and churches. From everything I've studied over the years, I've reached a very different conclusion. I continue to believe you are sincerely serving Christ through apologetics. Well, I don't think any human being is beyond criticism. I know I'm certainly not. I have not seen credible evidence to support the accusations that are being made against you. What concerns me most isn't simply that we disagree, it's that these beliefs have become central to our conversations and are creating an ever-widening divide in our marriage. Almost every discussion eventually returns to these subjects, and it has become increasingly difficult to have peaceful conversations. Let me pause right here. It reminds me of the proverb that talks about one of the things God hates, and that's someone who causes dissension among the brothers. All right, let me continue.
No, we can pause there.
I've tried
That's
listening
good.
carefully. I've
We
tried
get it.
asking
We
questions
get
instead
it.
of arguing.
That's good. I like this level. You know, I wasn't gonna do it, but I too had a letter written into the show that I'd like to read. It says, "Dear Candace, you are very beautiful and wonderful and perfect and profound. And me and my husband have come together closer since watching your show. We are closer than we've ever. We were on the brink of divorce, and then we started watching your podcast. And because we watched your podcast, we know that we will be together forever and ever and ever. And let me just stop right there. It reminds me of when, God said, 'Let there be light.' And like, obviously he must be referring to like just light in a marriage if you watch the podcast or something. What are we doing? Like, the psyop just has to end. It has to end. It has failed. And I have to be honest with you, Frank. You just come across as a fraud, all right? Just a Christian fraud, selling Christianity, but actually trying to socially engineer people. And you're a part of, like I said, that movement of Christian pastors who hail from literal military operations designed to target Christians, because that was and is still a thing. And your job is to persuade gullible evangelicals that it is their biblical duty to follow their governments into the pits of hell. It is about control. And you say, I'm a doctor and I do Christian apologetics. And the Charlie Kirk story has exposed you all. Do you guys think, by the way, we're ever going to get an answer as to why Frank's grown adult male children, two of whom I should mention served as captains in the Air Force, one of whom, I don't know if you know this, served particularly in intelligence. Why would any of his children at the ages that they are be FaceTiming their dad in the middle of the day? Okay, let's actually recap his story before I tell you who his kids are.
Some people are saying, you said you were on FaceTime for 9 hours. I never said I was on FaceTime for 9 hours. I was FaceTiming my son and daughter.
Double tap the screen, guys.
I put the phone in my pocket, not even remembering they were there, because as soon as Charlie shot, I'm heading toward him and then running with him. I just put it in my back pocket. They heard the entire thing until we got to the hospital. When I pulled it out of my pocket, they were still there. I, talked to them, said goodbye. That's when I called Jack Hibbs to pray, and I Seth Dillon called me because he had heard what had happened. So I'm talking to him on the phone. I wasn't talking for 9 hours. Somebody online said I said I was on FaceTime for 9 hours till we got to the hotel. No, to the hospital. It was in my back pocket. It's amazing how misinformation just goes everywhere.
Frank, I think the person who said that you were on the phone on FaceTime until you got to the hotel, we actually hunted down that person, and we want to expose them because I don't like when misinformation spreads. Here he is.
I know you had your phone on, and your son was hearing all of this too. So I mean, he must have been traumatized just listening to it all.
Yeah, it was my son and daughter-in-law. I mean, he's 35 years old, and I was FaceTiming them because they love Charlie. And I was just, first I was FaceTiming my wife, and then I said, let me call Spencer. And so I started FaceTiming him.
During the event?
During the event, yeah, both during the event. And then when the shot rang out, I just, as I say, started heading toward the car, and I just put the phone in my back pocket. I didn't turn it off. I just instinctively. And by the time I got to the hotel, I pulled it out. They were still there. So they heard the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it was you who said hotel. Anyway, glad we could help you get to the source of that. You just seemed really fired up. You go at Frank Turek. I hate when Frank Turek says things that Frank Turek didn't mean. Frank has 2 high-ranking sons in the military. The first person has the same name as him. He's Frank Turek. I think he's number 4, actually. But he goes by his middle name, Zach. Zach Turek. Zachary Turek. And do you know where Zach was employed and working when his father just so happened to jump on a FaceTime with his brother and by pure coincidence watched Charlie Kirk get hit and die? Zach was working at the Pentagon. He is today employed in Washington, D.C. at the Pentagon, serving as the Deputy Division Chief of the Joint Staff. Now, I think Zach would have been a pretty good person to alert or to have been in touch with on September 10th, but I guess he decided to just keep praying in the back seat, and his military son, Spencer, didn't jump into action to maybe call his brother. I don't know. Instead, Frank decided to sit in the back seat, pray, and listen to Ben Shapiro's security team receive updates. Like I said, why didn't Spencer, Air Force, hang up, call his brother, call someone at the Pentagon? You guys are connected to top brass. Frank didn't call 911, nor did he think to phone his son, who works for the most powerful, most funded, and most corrupt division of our government, the Department of Defense. No, he didn't. Instead, what are we supposed to believe happened? We're just supposed to believe, like I said, that he was just praying. He was just praying in the backseat, and all of these things just, I don't know, transpired. While his son, and I hate to nitpick, but what was your son and daughter-in-law doing? Because your son happens to be funded by my tax-paying dollars, so I feel like I have the right to ask. He's also in the military, right? He works as a branch chief pilot for the Air Force. Did he have this particular Wednesday off? Are we doing government off Wednesdays? Because he's on the East Coast, right? I checked. He looks like he's on the East Coast. So why at 2:23 p.m. in the afternoon is he with his wife, clearing out his military schedule to make availability to watch Charlie Kirk answer questions on an obscure college campus in Utah, like it's a World Cup event? It's not registering for me. By the way, little fun fact, Frank and his son Zach, Pentagon Zach, actually wrote a book together entitled Hollywood Heroes, How Your Favorite Superhero Movies Reveal God, right? The book makes the argument that Christians love a cinematic theme, a cinematic masterpiece, which draws on the biblical theme of sacrifice, wherein they are presented with a superhero who, like Jesus, sacrifices his or her life for them. Because Christians, we just eat that stuff up. And you know what that made me think of? It made me think of the Charlie Superman neck narrative, Man of Steel, the primary and the largest heaping of Christian slop ever attempted to be served upon the population, right? 30-6 doesn't make sense. Feed them slop. Everything in that initial tweet that went out by Andrew Colvett. It was a modern day miracle. Even in death, Charlie saved lives. Yeah, it read exactly like a bad superhero script. And I guess Christians were supposed to just be drawn to it and go, this is amazing. That's been their number one line of psychological attack since Charlie's assassination, an attempt to make asking questions a sign of demonic possession, because trust the government, trust the feds. That's the Christian thing to do. And yet, ask them, I still do. I'm still asking questions. I find Frank Turek's entire narrative to be something worth prodding. Were I the lead investigation on this assassination, right? If I was the lead.
You know, what's the Bible say? It's like, never trust a wolf disguised as a sheep, right? Or whatever it is. It's the saying like that. It's just, that's what the government is, right? It's a wolf disguising itself as a sheep, trying to present itself as, yeah, trust me. Do everything I tell you. We would never do you dirty.
Investigator. I would be interested in all of these call logs, because a 35-year-old man at 2:23 p.m. with ties to the Pentagon and the Air Force, live streaming, it doesn't register to me as likely. I just brought it. Maybe it's true. Maybe that's it. Maybe everything he said is true. But I'd like to find out. Anyway, we'll be right back after a break. All right, you guys, a little while. Turning himself in.
All right. We're done with all that. Let's get into the war here. Dude, yeah. Like this title. Trump says Iran defeat coming soon. Yeah, okay, bro. How many times have we heard this shit?
For the fifth straight day, U.S. Central Command launched strikes, including rare daytime raids targeting Iranian military infrastructure.
The Islamic Republic of Iran is not happy right now. Should have been done 47 years ago.
The attacks come as the U.S. continues its naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. In turn, Iran's Revolutionary Guard is threatening to block Middle East energy exports, a move that could shake global oil markets. For now, President Trump is reportedly leaning toward expanding U.S. military operations in Iran.
We'll have Iran defeated soon. They'll be defeated very soon.
According to the Wall Street Journal, options under consideration include additional airstrikes, seizing Iranian islands near the strait, and targeting a fortified site suspected of supporting covert nuclear activities.
And they do want to settle.
Yeah, it's always about nukes, isn't it? Oh, I thought we took out all the stuff they had, Trump. I thought we took it all out. I thought we decimated their military to the point where it's going to take them 20 years to rebuild. Oh, but Trump. We didn't. We didn't, did we? Oh, now we suspect the planting them. Season motherfucking lag, I swear to God. Oh, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose it. You know, what's crazy to me is that they constantly think we are this dumb, right? Like, oh, we got to go back. The MOA or whatever the fuck, Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, it's done. The ceasefire is over. We're going to go back, and the defeat is coming soon. Constant bullshit we're being told.
Began in February, but the rains never came. Now her crops have withered and many have died.
Yeah, I'll check it out in a second here.
Right now, people are burning charcoal to survive. I don't have the energy to do it. Most of my family members have left the village to go fend for.
Let's go see how this guy's dying channel is doing. What video is it? What video is it? Oh, right here.
Folks, today is a highly important show. Today, we are going to uncover the real murderer of Charlie Kirk. It's time. We've been working for months on a deep and detailed investigation. It's not who you think. Today, we are going to discuss who was really behind Charlie Kirk's assassination. Candace Owens. This is The Ben Shapiro Show. So we didn't want to talk about this. We didn't. But we've been digging. We have been investigating. We've been tugging on every thread, been tracing every single line of investigation to get to the bottom of what really happened. What really.
You know, and like with Ben Shapiro's show, dude, like, dude, your channel's in the shitter, okay? You bring up Candace, you know it's going to get views. And him doing this is just like, it adds on to what Candace says about, oh, you know, Ben has a problem with, you know, stalking people on the internet or continuously bullying them on the internet. I mean, this just makes him look like an idiot to me.
What super really happened with Charlie Kirk's assassination on September 10th, 2025. The story actually begins before that. In the spring of 2025, when Candace Owens, the podcaster, her brand, was having some trouble. She was sued by the First Lady of France. She was hemorrhaging mainstream sponsors. She was losing her staff. She was feuding with pretty much everybody. And then something changed. Charlie Kirk was murdered. You remember September 10th, 2025? Her Charlie Kirk coverage rebuilt her audience and drove record merch sales. That's what she said. Not me, it's what she said. And turned her into the main character in the biggest story in America. I mean, here she was in May of this year.
We are on track for this to be the biggest day in our merch sale history on the website. I love you guys for actually buying merch just to spite the people that were calling for a merch boycott.
And you got to follow how the money is structured. You got to follow it. You got to just follow it, okay? The revenue from this coverage doesn't flow to a human. It flows through a lattice of corporate entities like Candace Owens LLC and George Tom Incorporated. The kind of architecture you build when you want distance between yourself and the product. And the product, by Candace Owens' own on-air admission, had its single biggest sales day in company history because of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Charlie Kirk dies and Candace gets richer, a lot richer. But at whose direction? That is the big question. I mean, Candace has a lot of foreign connections, like a lot. See, here's the thing. Charlie Kirk, at the end of his life, was going after radical Islam. That was his biggest cause just before he was murdered. You'll remember Charlie saying this.
Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. Islam is at odds with all the freedoms that we enjoy. They do not believe in any separation between mosque and state. They do not believe in freedom of speech or freedom of expression. They do not believe in the freedom to criticize the government, the practices that we enjoy so great here in the United States of America. And here's the one thing that's the kicker. You have this axis, again, the red-green axis, this mark.
Yeah, but Ben, are you going to play the video of Charlie Kirk saying that, you know, Lindsey Graham's an idiot for wanting to invade Iran and all this other stuff, and how he doesn't agree with the Iran war and how he actually stopped it? Are you going? I mean, you can play the clips to continue to think that this is benefiting your, your perspective or your argument, but in reality, I mean, it's kind of making it look worse.
Marxism, Mohammedanism axis. What do they have in common? Even though a lot of the Marxists are lesbians or gays or transgender.
Make sure you guys double tap the screen, man. Continue to say what's up in the chat. All it takes is for you to hit your screen twice to get the likes up, man. Help propel me into the algorithm. Show some love.
They get along with the Muslims. They get along because they hate us.
This was Charlie Kirk's cause, right? But Candace had lots of new relationships with people in the Islamic world. Maybe directing traffic, or we don't know. We're just asking questions. We're just asking questions. But we're not stupid. We're not stupid. Something changed. She suddenly started talking about the magic of Islam. Here she was in March.
These terror groups, these Muslim terrorists, for whatever reason, these Muslim terrorists only want to terrorize to benefit Israel. It's so strange. I cannot work it out. If you're a Muslim terrorist, we want to hear from you. Why are you doing that? Right? Why are you stealing and robbing and doing things down in Congo to the benefit of Israel? We want to hear from you. That's very strange. More tips. Candace Owens. Hey, hello, I'm a Muslim terrorist and I work for Israel. Why do you do that?
You guys can't let...
Weird, isn't it? Right? I mean,
you guys can't let the way Ben is going to perceive this, though, change your guys' mind, okay? Because what she said is true, right? All these proxy groups, Hezbollah, whatever, Hamas, they're all funded by people, and they only attack each other. Like, why are they only attacking other Muslim countries? Why? And don't bring up October 7th, but bring up, why is there not no terrorist attacks in Israel constantly from these groups?
Like, right? Right?
That's what
Charlie starts warning about radical Islam, and suddenly Candace discovers that maybe we've just been misunderstanding Islam this whole time. She literally apologized to Muslims on behalf of America because she says Americans were brainwashed after 9/11 by propaganda, and she didn't even know what a Muslim was. That's what she said. That's what she said. We're not stupid. We're not. She invited Muslim terrorists to reach out to her because, see, the jihadis are the victims. And if a Muslim terrorist says he's doing it for Allah, well, that's because somebody else wrote the script. Probably the Zionists. Hamas says Hamas did it, doesn't count. And ISIS claims responsibility, suspicious. And Iran chants death to America. That's what they want you to think. That's what Candace says. And it's not just about Islam and her newfound magical relationship with Islam. See, Candace developed a really close relationship with Russia, like super duper close, like go to St. Petersburg and hang out with members of the Putin apparatus. Close. Here she was, having a good old time in Russia. She also, by the way, speaking of foreign relationships, developed some weird relationships with alleged sex traffickers in Romania. I mean, right there, you can see it. With the alleged sex trafficker in Romania. You know who hated sex trafficking? Charlie Kirk. Hated sex trafficking. Coincidence? Is any of this a coincidence? I'm not stupid.
You know who loves sex trafficking, allegedly? Bibi Netanyahu. Mossad.
So this is weird, really weird. She's in Romania hanging with sex traffickers. Charlie's condemning sex traffickers. And then Charlie dies. The single most important person fighting radical Islam just gets killed. Convenient. Like very, very convenient. A person who knew Candace really well, who texted with her regularly, who would have known what she was up to, maybe suspected what was happening. And then he just so happens to be murdered. And she starts making money. It's just, that's all I'm saying. Some interesting motivation. That's all we're saying. Interesting. But what about like means? I mean, murder requires motive and means and opportunity, right? So what about means? Here's the thing. Candace knew everything. She was Charlie's best friend, like his best friend. They were so close, like closer than any humans who have ever lived. She was his best friend. Here she was the day after Charlie was killed.
But I don't want today to be about anything other than you guys knowing that Charlie really was an amazing person. He was like, we were really close. And he was my best friend and my brother.
I mean, how close was their relationship? I mean, it may have been for her even more than like a brotherly relationship. I mean, let's be real. You don't talk about suspicious. She got married in what is easily the weirdest love story of like all time. I mean, she met her husband, George, and she barely knew him. And then they just got married. That's an op, okay? We're not stupid.
That's exactly how Charlie Kirk and Erica got married though, bro. Like what?
And we're not stupid. Okay, we're not stupid. That's an op. That's an op. Candace supposedly attends a crowded dinner party consisting of like 30 people. You want to guess who else was seated at that exact same table? Charlie Kirk. Is that a coincidence? He was there when she met her husband. It was at that exact event that she met George Farmer, who was the wealthy son of prominent British Tory peer, Lord Michael Farmer. Here was Candace describing this with her husband, George.
I sat next to you, and you basically said nothing to me.
Correct. Yeah. I did what I've done for the past 6 years. I just said nothing.
And it worked.
And it worked. Yeah,
it absolutely
And then
worked.
you married me, so I have no idea why.
Yeah. 18 days later,
Yeah, that's right.
we get engaged.
And I called her and I just said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but how do you feel about getting married to me?
Just real quick. I missed the bit where there was any sort of...
There was literally nothing romantic had been said up to this point.
Okay.
I mean, literally nothing.
So I missed nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
And she said yes.
Weird, because, there it is. I mean, does that sound natural to you? That sound like people who just met, started dating, fell in love? I mean, you're telling me that the night they laid eyes on each other and the day he proposed, between those two times, 0 romantic overtures, none, no dating, no courting, 17 days later, formally engaged? You're telling me that I'm supposed to believe 17 days from total strangers to securing a multi-million-dollar marriage alliance into the British House.
Dude, it is so funny that everything he is bringing up is exactly what we bring up about Erica and Charlie. And like everything else, like, all right, guys, you know what? I'm formally going to explain it right here. I'm switching sides. Okay. I'm becoming a Zionist. I'm becoming a part of the $7,000 club. BB, hit me up, bro.
Of Lords?
This video is convincing me.
Into the British House of Lords?
What's up,
Matthew? Come on. That doesn't just look
huge.
suspicious. That looks like a strategic corporate acquisition. Like big corporate acquisition. Like big capitalism at work. What about Charlie? Well, she was acting as his wing woman, like manipulating him in his life. I mean, she openly boasted on air about acting as Charlie's personal psychological gatekeeper and his wing woman. Here she was.
I'm going to miss Charlie going on dates and the girls they liked and me always being the wing woman and him asking. This text message is one of my favorite text messages between me and Charlie when he was getting ready to go on a date. And, he didn't date many people. And he was just kind of in love with this girl. And he was asking me, should I wear this? And this is the text message. It's so sweet.
I know, I can't stand hearing his fucking voice, dude. But hey, man, I need $7,000 too. I got kids to take care of. Bibi Netanyahu, what's your office number? I'll call it right now. I'll pay the surcharge for the, international cell phone call. Hit me up, bro. Grow my channel. I'm done. I'm becoming... I already have a Jewish last name, so I may as well just join the club. Where's my yarmulke at? Send me a yarmulke, BB.
He said, do I have to change this shirt? And I wrote back, yes. And throw it away if you can, Charlie.
Think about what she's doing there. Publicly transmitting to the grieving widow, Erica, that she was the one who controlled Charlie's appearance. She was the one dictating his choices. Long before Erica ever entered the frame. We're talking classic behavioral markers here, folks. Project a phantom homewrecker narrative onto the outside world to mask your own historical boundary-crossing infatuation with Charlie Kirk. We'll unspool more of this in just 1 second because we need to get to the actual root truth. The actual root truth. But here's an actual, real truth. If you have phone coverage, you need the best phone coverage. And this is why I use Pure Talk. Some people... This, of course, says that Erica was somehow involved in the murder or the cover-up of the murder. But Candace also claims she literally set up Erica with Charlie. Here she was saying that the day after Charlie was killed.
And of course, Charlie fell in love with Erica. That entire journey to me when I was reading through a text is so funny because it was exceptional. I was always leaning into Charlie's analytical mind and making fun of him. Like, oh, all we need to do is get a plan. You love Erica? Okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? What's step 1? What's step 2? And the plan that I came up with instantly was all we have to do is convince her that her last name is terrible. Her last name, she's got to marry you because it's practical. Mrs. Erica Kirk sounds so much better than Miss Erica Francie. What is that last name?
This is suspicious, right? So suspicious. Look at those mannerisms, by the way. Like, so suspicious. So suspicious. What are we, dumb? Are we stupid? Use some common sense. Candace says that Erica is now some sort of agent of evil. But Candace helped Erica marry him. So if she was so evil, why would you do something like that? It doesn't sound suspicious like at all, like setting somebody up or anything like that. See, here's the thing. Candace knew Charlie's world from the inside. She knew the personnel, the protocols, the security company. She has said on the record that her security team worked with the very men she now accuses. And she can't think of anyone in private security she doesn't get along with. You want to think about that. Just think about it. Just use your brain. She knew exactly which seams of the story to pull out because she knew all the people involved. I mean, here she was admitting it. Just admitting it right out. Like it's no big deal.
I confirmed this with security inside of Turning Point. There somehow happened to be a leak, and so they can't dispute this.
I mean, she's involved with all of this information and with all the people involved, and she knows all of them. And where was Candace when all this was going down? We have no idea. None. Where was Candace in the days before September 10th? She admits on air to memory gaps. She says she genuinely forgot an entire trip to Maine. Just blacked out. Do we believe that? That she just forgets things like that? I mean, here she was explaining just a couple of weeks ago that she just blacked out. Just blacked out. What else has she blacked out? What else has she forgotten?
I had a baby, and I think I blacked out after Charlie's assassination and didn't remember that I went up to Maine too. I went up to Maine with my husband in July. Okay. My son was born on May 1st. We were off air. And then the first thing I did was I went with my newborn Roman and my husband up to Maine to do Tucker's show. And I did an interview, and I genuinely forgot about this. Like I genuinely forgot about this.
So, I mean, just gaps in the memory. Weird. So where was Candace in this time? I mean, Candace had 2 pre-recorded episodes about Brigitte Macron's alleged testicles, September 8th and 9th, but nothing on her feed, September 10th, the day in question. So we just have like a mysterious missing period. Where was she? Was she wearing maroon that day? We don't know. We don't have any pictures of her on those days. None. Now, as we know, because Candace investigated it, there were a lot of...
Dude, I want to see... I want to see Candace Owens react to this video.
Decoys, Fed decoys, or Israeli decoys, or some decoys wearing maroon at Utah Valley University the day Charlie was shot. I mean, here was Candace explaining.
When I looked at the footage of Charlie and what happened on September 10th, it struck me as highly unusual that there were so many men wearing maroon shirts. Like, it's not exactly a color that men wear all the time. And there were a lot of men, all of whom were alone, I might add, who went to just hear Charlie Kirk speak alone, and they were wearing maroon shirts. And I just said to myself, this feels like organization to me.
I mean, but what was she wearing that day? Do we know? Was she wearing maroon? Like, you know, a student from Texas A&M? Hell, would she even have been admitted to Texas A&M? And also maroon, Candace, really? You expect us just to believe they had nothing to do with maroon? I mean, Kanye West, who she's really close friends with, super close, collaborated with Maroon 5 on a single called Heard 'Em Say in 2005. And we know that Candace Owens and Kanye West are super close, like super duper close. I mean, like really close. I mean, look, there's Charlie in the background of this photo. I mean, it blows your mind. Like, look at this. Kanye West with Adam Levine from Maroon 5, Kanye West with Candace Owens, and Charlie Kirk just standing there like a third man, forgotten man in the background. There are no coincidences. How stupid do they think we are? You think we're stupid? So you got to follow the dots. Kanye West has a song with Adam Levine of Maroon 5. Adam Levine, by the way, is a Frankist. I'll bet you didn't know that. Adam Levine comes from a long line of Frankists. And Kanye West just doing songs with him, and Candace being all close with Kanye. And then a bunch of Fed decoys show up at UVU wearing maroon like a Frankist Satanist would. It would take moves like Jagger to avoid the obvious here. It gets even worse. For example, look at the wardrobe. Look at the visual staging here. During the height of the summer 2025 broadcast cycle, Candace systematically reconfigured her entire on-air presence to feature deep maroon color blocks. That's the exact aesthetic marker she anchored to her theoretical look-alike phantoms. I mean, look at this. What color is she wearing there? That's right. That's maroon. I mean, look at... Coincidence? Maroon. Coincidence? How about maroon? I mean, maybe a little edging on crimson there, but mostly maroon. Criminologists refer to this as rhetorical nesting. That's where the guilty party literally dresses themselves in the fabric of their own conspiracy to normalize that imagery in the minds of the masses. And guys, it gets even worse. I mean, this is nuts. How stupid do they think we are? Do they think we're stupid? They think we're stupid. How dumb do they think we are?
Dude, I don't know how much longer I can listen to this, bro, because I can't stand his voice. I'll be right back.
See, here's the thing. We know that Candace is technically proficient with microphones, and we suspect that Charlie Kirk wasn't somehow killed by some sort of bullet that magically disappeared, you know, like the coroner's report of the autopsy says. So maybe it was the exploding microphone, but you know who might know how microphones could be rigged that way? Maybe, just maybe, a longtime podcast host who runs her own show. Has Candace ever answered a single question about this? Any? These are questions that require answers. And about her travel. Like, let's look at September 8th, 2 days before the assassination. private aircraft depart Nashville that morning. That's the city that she is from. Was she on any of those? We don't have any idea. We don't have any idea. Any one of those flights could have made a brief stop in Tucson. That's 50 miles from Fort Huachuca. We would never know. Tucson is a tactical staging ground. It's the exact location where the corporate aircraft sit before they transition into that black box that is Fort Huachuca. Could that have been a discreet pickup window to bring some sort of unidentified passenger along for some sort of meeting? There are 14 private unscheduled departures leaving Candace's immediate residential perimeter. The mathematical probability matrix dictates a staggering 14.2% chance that her corporate architecture had a body on board. And then what about a cover? But this would require a cover-up, like a big cover-up, right? I mean, like, that's what everyone says when you theorize this. Who would cover it up? Like, who would help cover it up? Here's the thing. We know that Candace is skilled in the art of the cover-up. For example, public accusations and document trails have emerged directly naming her husband, George Farmer, in a high-stakes hit-and-run cover-up in August of 2023 involving a victim named Tracy Robinson. Wait, Robinson. Does that name sound familiar? George Farmer hit somebody in his car, maybe named Robinson. How many Robinsons even are there in the world? How many Robinsons, like Tyler Robinson, have Candace and her husband had contact with? Statistically, something like 1 in every 600 Americans is named Robinson. But you're telling me, you're trying to tell me that Candace and George are involved in 2 separate scandals with people named Robinson? That's like the odds of a lightning strike twice while you're standing on top of a volcano. Let's use some common sense here, people. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. The documented profile in that case alleges that George Farmer wrecked his truck while operating at a staggering 3 times the legal limit, meaning roughly 13 drinks over 4 hours to hit that number, all while unlawfully brandishing a firearm. But what happened to that alleged DUI? You didn't hear about that, right? What happened to it? Poof, it went missing. Poof, poof, poof. And then she just lied about it for years. And we also know, because she constantly talks about it, that she has tons of high-level insider government connections. You want to talk about cover-up? Cover-up? She's got the connections.
Here that is, which came in November, my old tweet saying that I had a source inside of the French government because I did. A high government source actually reached out and made me aware. And this is stunning, actually, that we missed this common sense. I should have figured this out all by myself.
So she had the sources. She had the cover-up capacity.
Yeah, I know it's meant to be Wisconsin. I just can't stand hearing his voice, especially when it's meant to be like a joke. Like, I just, for some reason, Ben Shapiro's voice just sounds like nails on a chalkboard to me, bro.
Talking motive. Money, fame, foreign connections, antipathy to things that Charlie was fighting for, and the means, closeness to Charlie's team and friends in the highest places, and the opportunity. I mean, where was she that week? Who was she talking to? And let's be real. I've never seen anything more suspicious than Candace's behavior after Charlie was killed. Manic and panicked and weird, bizarre. Criminologists will tell you, it's been proven. Everyone knows this. The guilty party inserts themselves into the investigation. And Candace appointed herself lead investigator on this murder, who attacks every single witness who could clarify the record. Who, when asked what evidence would change her mind, has never once answered the question. Now, she keeps telling her audience, citing clinical criteria, that you can see deception on camera. You know, like harsh widening of the eyes or like a fixed blank stare, a personality that reconfigures for every room. Man, if you watch her show with the sound off, by the very diagnostic rubric she uses to indict Erica Kirk's grief, man, she fails. I mean, the lady laughs while describing a murder investigation. She sells mugs in the same breath as wound packing details. What kind of human does that? What kind of human? I mean, look at this. Look at this face. Look at this face.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
I mean, look at those eyes. Look, the dead eyes, like a doll's eyes. Does it look like a grieving best friend? Does she look like a grief-stricken young mother? I mean, look at the kind of earrings she wears. Does a grieving friend wear those kinds of earrings? Those big bangles? Would you wear those kind of earrings if you were grieving your best friend? In a second, we'll get to Candace Owens. Why was she so obsessed with Charlie Kirk? What was up with that obsession? But speaking of obsession, I'm obsessed with Balance of Nature. Balance of Nature products excellent. I mean, look at this. Here you have the whole produce fruits. Here you have the whole produce veggies. And over here, you have the Balance of Nature fiber and spice packet. Okay, this sort of stuff system or in you have to eat, stay healthy. So here's the thing. This is all part of the plan. Candace's plan. Her investigation isn't just an investigation. It's something more. It's an obsession. Like, you know, that movie Obsession that you can find on Amazon right now, like Obsession. She's become so hyper-fixated on Charlie, she's now attempting to absorb his corporate network to completely replace him. She's spent the last 9-10 months teaching millions of people that nothing is a coincidence. And you know what?
Erica Kirk, all in one sentence.
She's right, because this isn't a coincidence. None of it. I'm just asking questions, okay? These are just questions. Now, I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying that. I'm just asking. These are questions, okay? Why can't I ask questions? Why shouldn't I ask questions? Am I just supposed to believe what I see? Am I just supposed to look at the evidence? I'm just asking, okay? And questions, we should all be skeptical. What? What? Are you like somebody who just believes what you hear? I mean, like, why won't she release her own travel records? What is she hiding? Listen, guys, you can feel it. You don't need to know what happened to know what happened. Somehow. Why else is she so obsessed? Why the granular, why like 100 episodes on this? And there's something else too. You know, like, I don't like to get personal about this sort of stuff. I don't. But this disturbed me a lot. And so I really feel that I have to talk about it. So last night, the angel Michael visited me in a dream. He was carrying a fiery sword. And on one shoulder, he was carrying a boombox. And then the angel turned on the boombox. And the sound of a Charlie Kirk speech came out. And then, this was the part that really got me. Beyonce showed up, randomly. But was it even random? Because then she started singing the 1998 Destiny's Child hit, No, No, No. I woke up with a cold sweat. I was terrified by the power of my vision. Because here's the thing. I don't know, but I know, just as Beyonce sang to me, No, No, No. That song was no coincidence, just as Beyonce sang to me from the dream world. But it's not just dream girl Beyonce. It's sources, really important sources. I have tons of sources, so many sources, endless numbers of sources. Sources so important, I can't name them because, you know, I'm afraid what might happen to them if I name those sources. I mean, look what happened to Charlie. Like, I don't know what would happen if I name those sources. And Candace is still out there. What would happen?
After this, we're going to check on his channel. I guarantee you this is the highest viewed video on his channel out of all of them, damn near.
To the sources. I don't know. Listen, I'm told by these really important sources that I can't name, and you can't make me.
I know, I'm going to go grab my vape pen quick.
Name them. This is a free country. You can't make me name those sources. I'm told by those sources that people in her own circle have lots of questions. Like lots of people in her circles. Like so many people. Like maybe all of those people. Like all of them. So, yeah, sure. I guess what I'm saying is maybe I can't prove that Candace Owens orchestrated Charlie's murder or was behind it or covered it up or anything. But if you think I'm stupid enough.
I got to hit the dispensary, but I'm trying to, you know, stack up.
To believe the story that Candace Owens, a powerful person with deep insider government connections and ability to cover things up. If I'm supposed to believe Candace Owens? What, do you think I'm stupid? What are we, dumb? I mean, we're just noticing too many things, you guys. We're not allowed to notice the things. We'll be remembering how she randomly went missing for a few days and how much money she's made and her sudden weird sympathy for Islam and Russia and sex trafficker allegedly in Romania and her deep state sources and her weird marriage story. How dumb do they think we are? They think we're dumb? They think we're dumb? Is that what they think, that we're stupid? And speaking of stupidly cute, how cute are these bears? How cute are these bears? I mean, these are cute bears, right? They're adorable. And they're available for $89.99. And if you want to support our search for truth, we need your help. Buy this bear for America. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to buy the theory. A theory that has no evidence, by the way, that Candace Owens is pushing. The one that Candace Owens, with friends in high places and connections throughout the Middle East and Russia, and with embedded agents at TPUSA close to Charlie, wants you to believe. The story about Tyler Robinson and the Egyptian government and Charlie Kirk and the Zionists and Tyler Bowen and Erica Kirk. I demand a full investigation. Kash Patel, where are you? Where are you, Kash Patel? Where are you, Attorney General Blanche? Where are you? I want a full investigation right now. But let's be real. We know. No one's going to do it. No one's going to do that investigation. You can't trust anyone. You can't trust anyone on this stuff except me. You can trust me, but no one else. And sometimes not even me, but really just me. Seriously, no one except me. And guys, I'm just saying, if something happens to me, I did not kill myself. I'm just telling you, if something happens, I've compiled all the evidence. I've compiled it all. I put it all together. I packaged it right up.
Welcome in, Natalie. God bless you. I hope you're doing good. Been a minute since I've seen you. I miss you.
And I've sent it to Lionel Messi. And it's in his inbox right now. And I also promise you, guys, if you stick with me, there will be more bombshells to come. We're not going to stop. Not for a single day. Not for a single hour, not for a moment, not for a millisecond, not for a zeptosecond. We're not going to sleep. We're not going to eat. We're not going to breathe until the true perpetrator is tracked down and this crime is solved. Listen, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to breathe. I'm holding my breath right now. And now. Still holding my breath right now. Because we want justice. And we also want you to keep listening tomorrow. Because again, I'm telling you, if you listen tomorrow, I will have...
Guys, make sure you double tap that screen, man. We're only at 18 likes. We've had 100 people in here almost damn near the whole time. Double tap your screen, guys. Show some love and support. Support your channel. Support your boy, man. Hit the subscribe button. Join the See Me Now family. One of the fastest growing communities on YouTube. We're on the road to 20K subs. Most importantly, 100. Gonna get that silver plaque soon. Show some love, man. Hit the like button. Double tap your screens. Say what's up in the chat. I do have a super chat goal up of 10 super chats, any color. Get your name written on the donor wall. Any large donos, do go to my bio. My Ko-Fi link is there. YouTube does take a brutal 30%. But yeah, man, double tap the screen. We just need 81 more beautiful people to double tap their screen. We'll be at 100 likes.
Revelations. They will astonish you. I mean, like incredible stuff I'm getting from my sources every single day. These are the kinds of revelations that will stop you in your tracks. Literally, you'll just be walking and then you'll stop walking when you hear them. You'll just be standing there in the middle of traffic, paralyzed to oncoming trucks because of these revelations. And listen. The only person who could possibly...
Dude, imagine being so infatuated with Candace Owens that you get on stream or get on, in front of the camera, or get on your mic and make an hour-long video of a satire, joking type, sarcastic type video about what Candace is doing, when there's a lot of bad accusations your way, bro. There's a lot of bad accusations your way, Ben. That's why your channel is dying. Okay? Thank you for the star, Stacy. Much love.
Possibly get me to stop is Candace Owens herself. Because listen, Candace Owens, she was BFFs forevs with Charlie. She was his bestie McBestie. And so I have to honor her request. So if Candace asks me to stop, I will. If she asks me to stop, I will. Unless she asks me to stop. That's when I know she did it. I mean, I don't know, but I no.
Oh, he even took her.
Why that stuff.
Even copied her intro music. That's funny.
All sounded the way that it did. What Candace does every day, in other words. We're just going to break it down. But speaking of breaking down things, well, you want to talk about things that you actually need. Not, like the trash the Candace spoon, but things you actually need. Sleep. Very high on that list. Okay. Right now, it raises given to Charlie's security team, or Erica running Turning Point, or anyone whose life continued after September 10th in any way. That is the same empty nonsense. Life went on for you, therefore you wanted him dead. Okay, on to E, fake evidence, in QED, fake evidence. So, Candace has literally tried to present dreams as a data point on her show. Not just her dreams, viewers' dreams, read aloud as corroboration. I want you to sit with the fact for a second that I did not have to invent the dumbest piece of evidence. It was always in the record. It was already in the record. She did it. Then there's the secret source, right? She does this all the time. My version was, I'm told by people in her circle, unverifiable sources, conveniently unfalsifiable. Now, she has a version with a name, Mitchell Snow, and a lawsuit attached because Snow claimed he witnessed Charlie.
Yeah, Mitch Snow. I'm not going to lie, bro. I feel like Candace bringing on Mitch was a mistake, dude. Like, she was doing good. We had good things going. I mean, she went and met with Erica. That was something. Still, she secretly recorded everything else, right? All these encounters with witnesses from the UVU scene and everything else. Why wouldn't she somehow secretly record hers and Erica's meeting? Don't know. Suspicious to me. But one thing I will say is that when she brought on Mitch, it was just like, what are you doing, right? Because, playing devil's advocate, at the end of the day, she did say I had a dream. She's Martin Luther King in it. But besides the point, I digress. Her bringing on Mitch kind of, I feel like watered some stuff down, right? Like, she's like, people are like, why is she bringing on this random guy who claims he's seen Erica? We all knew what it was leading up to when he said, I seen a blonde who had those eyes. Then all of a sudden, Erica Kirk gets on the news and gets those eyes, right? But anyway, my point is that I agree with that. Like, Mitch was a mistake because we haven't even heard nothing about that since.
Security Chief Brian Harpole coming out of a classified meeting at Fort Huachuca the day before the assassination. And Candace called him credible, told her audience she'd verified it, and predicted a full...
Mitch Snow is the guy that Candace Owens brought on, that the whole Fort Huachuca thing or whatever. And yeah, to me, that kind of messed up the investigation a little bit. But what was I going to say? He's wrong right here by saying she verified it. She said many times on the stream that, I can't verify this. I even didn't want to bring you on, but I brought you on because I thought what you had to say could be important. It was that type of thing, but I still think she shouldn't have done it.
It raises given to Charlie's security team, or Erica running Turning Point, or anyone whose life continued after September 10th in any way. That is the same empty nonsense. Life went on for you, therefore you wanted him dead. Okay, on to E, fake evidence, in QED, fake evidence. So, Candace has literally tried to present dreams as a data point on her show. Not just her dreams, viewers' dreams, read aloud as corroboration. I want you to sit with the fact for a second that I did not have to invent the dumbest piece of evidence. It was always in the record. It was already in the record. She did it. Then there's the secret source, right? She does this all.
Yeah, I mean, it got them all crazy, but like, what did the interview do in general? Like, what do we learn from it? It's accusations. There's no concrete evidence on any of it that she was there. I mean, yeah, there's weird travel logs and whatnot, and you can question certain things. And I was even investigating a lot on Google Maps, checking certain addresses, but in all, I think she should have focused a little bit more on something else and told the guy to come up with more credible evidence. I mean, yeah, he can prove he was at Fort Huachuca, but like, he can't prove he's seen Erica. So
all the time. My version was, I'm told by people in her circle, unverifiable sources, conveniently
make
unfalsifiable.
sure you guys like the stream, man. We need 75 more beautiful people to double tap their screen. Be at 100 likes. If everybody in here right now just double tap their screen, be at 100 likes. Show some love, man.
Now, she has a version with a name, Mitchell Snow, and a lawsuit attached because Snow claimed he witnessed Charlie's security chief, Brian Harpole, coming out of a classified meeting at Fort Huachuca the day before the assassination. And Candace called him credible, told her audience she'd verified it, and predicted a full confession from the government. Harpole's complaint says his travel records put him in Dallas that day. He's never set foot at Fort Huachuca, and that she had access to records contradicting the story and kept broadcasting that anyway. That allegation, knowing falsity, is now for a federal court in Tennessee to decide. That's what happens when I'm told by secret sources meet something called discovery. A cherry picking and apophenia that's pattern seeking did the rest of the case. The Daily Wire security overlap, the memory gaps. Now,
and mind you, Ben Shapiro's lawyer, or however he's connected to him, I can't remember, is the one helping Brian Harpole sue Candace, right?
Each of these things is like a real boring fact, ripped from context and then arranged into a constellation, like Charlie Day, It's Always Sunny style. And that's Candace's entire shtick. Freeze frames of a car interior, crowdsourcing the comments section to identify a bag. Someone will recognize the brand. A widow's face, graded frame by frame for insufficiently authentic grief. See, we human beings, we're pattern-seeking machines. Point that machine at 50 hours of footage on the worst day of someone's life, you will find anomalies because reality is filled with weird things and anomalies. Okay, finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bro, Erica Kirk is completely no.
Fake defenses, D. Here's where it gets airtight, and I mean this as an insult. If you ask Candace what evidence would change her mind, she will never answer the question because that's non-falsifiability. That's the signature of nonsense. When the accused security chief did not respond to her text, that became evidence of guilt, the so-called Kafka trap. That's where both denial and silence convict you. And then when Brian Harpole did respond publicly on a podcast, that became evidence he's not a private citizen, and now he's fair game. Heads, she wins. Tails, you're in on it. And then when one claim collapses, the goalposts magically sprout legs. Charlie was killed by an exploding microphone. No, it turns out that he was shot, but he was shot from below. No, it turns out he might not have been shot from below, but he might have been shot from above, but not in the way you think. It was the security team. No, it was a Pentagon official. No, it was a meeting at an army base. No, it was foreign intelligence. Every debunking is absorbed as proof of a deeper conspiracy, the deep play. Why is Ben so defensive? Why is Harpole suing? They must be scared. Now listen, I predicted that she would do this stuff in writing months ago, not because I'm psychic, but because her playbook has only one page. The escape hatch every single time when it comes down to it, well, that's just my opinion.
Sounds so scripted, Ben.
It's not a fact. And where there's smoke, there's probably fire, but I have not personally confirmed the fire. So this is called the Mott and Bailey tactic. You spend an hour in the Bailey accusing named living humans of conspiring to murder their friend or their husband, and then you retreat to the Mott. And listen, I'm just a truth-seeking, honest mother. Can't I just ask questions? Why can't I just ask questions? I mean, like, is it legal to ask questions, or is it now illegal? So again, QED, fake questions to plant the premise, fake evidence to dress it up, and fake defenses to make it unkillable. I built a ridiculous conspiratorial murder case against Candace Owens in 2 minutes using her own toolbox. And the only reason it was funny instead of like evil is you know that I was joking. She is not joking. And there is a cost to that. Now, enormous swaths of the country have spent this entire week as a country focusing on a delusional podcaster who is mostly interested in cash and clicks. You know, what we haven't spent the week doing, focusing on the matrix of violence
Appreciate you, Matthew.
created by radical left-wing ideology. You know, the thing that actually killed Charlie, an actual human with an actual only one person you can trust, the conspiracy grifter behind the microphone. Okay, that brings us to what actually happened yesterday in the preliminary hearing for Tyler Robinson.
Publicized.
Yeah, okay. We heard what he was saying about Candace, bro. Trying to see what's new with the Iran war, bro. We're here with our friend Nathan Sales,
former ambassador at large and coordinator for counterterrorism, one of the sharpest knives in the drawer, I might add. Nathan Sales, where do we go from here with Iran? You see what the president's doing. I'm very supportive of his military action that he's taking here. And do we as a country really understand this enemy is not about deals or transactions and so forth?
Mark, thanks for having me. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. We are returning to the default Donald Trump approach to Iran, which is make no concessions and impose our
and far wealthier than it has ever been before. We are doing great.
All right, he addressed the nation yesterday, I guess. So I didn't watch this, so we're gonna go over this. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure you guys double tap the screen, hit the like button, bro. Help me get to 100. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's get into this, and then maybe some body cams or something.
Then 2 years ago, we inherited an economic and social disaster.
I've been saying that the Mike theory, for the whole Charlie Kirk thing, dude, it's been like this the whole time. I've been saying that the Mike is like probably the most probable thing, especially when I seen the back footage. When you see the back footage, dude, him getting hit like that, he's like this. Like, you know, he ain't like going back, or it ain't no like force pushing him completely back. It was more like an up. So I knew it right away, dude, especially with all the conspiracies, I'll call them, and allegations of like an order of small explosives being put in, and then after the order was picked up, the place miraculously exploded or whatever the fuck. You know, that's just how I've been saying it. And I don't get why we did the runaround, you know, with the whole other theories, except when she brings the guy on the phone that recorded the guy on top of the rooftop, he says that 5 seconds after he stopped recording, he heard a shot. So, but I don't think he says he's seen him shoot, though. Or did he? I don't know. We'd have to go back and review that, but, I mean, dude, it's either the mic or something. Small around, I don't know. We'll never know. That's how I look at it, bro. So, let's get back to the Trump shit, and then maybe in some body cams or something.
The worst inflation in 48 years, the wide open borders with millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, including criminals of all types, and 11,888 murders, many of whom killed more than one person. We had transgender for everybody, men and women sports, crime ravaging our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us as a nation, but not anymore. 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. America is respected like we have never been respected before. We have more money being invested in the United States than at any time in the history of our country. More Americans are working today than ever before. This week it was announced that inflation saw the largest monthly decline in more than 6 years. Just happened. It was just given out. The media reported it, and we accept it. The best in 6 years. The tax cuts in our great, big, beautiful bill are saving hardworking families.
My whole thing is this, though, right? Like, why go through all the Charlie Kirk stuff? Like, why go through allegedly assassinating him or getting him knocked off, but like do it in such a odd way, right? And act so odd. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so sloppy, and it's just, to me, like, why? It just feels like it's done intentionally or something, dude, because it's just like, have him shot, boom, done. But no, it's like this whole had to be on camera, had to be in front of the world, all this other shit. But yeah, I just think it's a completely weird case.
Thousands and thousands of dollars, like with the provisions, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors, along with the interest deduction on a loan used to purchase a car, but only if that car is made in America, and a 100% expensing for our job-creating businesses. Our stock markets are at their highest point in many years, but we can actually say of all time, And your 401ks, pensions, and retirement accounts are setting records every single day, the highest in history. For years, we paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. Now we pay the lowest price under my most favored nations policy because I was able to get the rest of the world and the pharmaceutical companies to act responsibly. Drug prices are coming down by 70, 80, and 90%. TrumpRx.gov, this will ultimately reduce the cost of health care. You have to go to TrumpRx.gov and take advantage of it. But the cost of health care is coming way down because of what we've done with prescription drugs. And with Trump accounts, every child in America now has access to a tax-free investment account to save for their future. Billions and billions of dollars are being invested, put in by companies and individuals to take care of our children so that at age 18, they will have potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account, and they'll get off to a great start in life.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, we already do that for another country, right? But how long? How's it gonna happen, right? I mean, I'm not hating. I don't even know. I guess I don't even look at the numbers. I'm just saying, like, I'm just so used to being told shit where it's like, yeah, it sounds good, but where's the results at, right? Like, especially this war. It's just put a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, we've come to a conclusion. We've heard it like 8 times now. Now it's, no, we're done. We're going to hit them hard. Like, what?
So for that, go to TrumpAccounts.gov and sign up.
Like, if I can't trust you on you sending our daughters and sons overseas to potentially die, then I can't trust you on shit. You know, that's like the number one starter for me, where I start at.
Your child or any child who'd like to sign up. Our previously wide open borders have been transformed into the most secure borders in the history of our country, with 0 illegal aliens being admitted to the United States in the past 14 months. That is 0. Nobody thought it was possible. We had the worst border in the history of our country, and now we have the best. Crime is plummeting nationwide, with the murder rate at its lowest level since 1900, or more than 125 years ago. We're making a record investment in our armed forces, and we have the strongest and most powerful military by far anywhere in the world. I built it during my first term, and unfortunately, we're forced to use it now. We won in Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce millions and millions of barrels of oil. We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will see the fruits of that labor very, very shortly. America is back and doing really well, but we still have a major challenge that must be urgently addressed, because no country can be great without fair and honest elections. You have to trust your country, because if there can be no trust, there can be no greatness. And that's very simple. No trust, no greatness. For many years, I've called for bold, swift, and decisive action to protect the integrity of America's elections. Every American deserves to know that when they cast their vote, that vote will be counted accurately in a system, and that is to make that system secure. One where cheating and interference are not just difficult, but virtually impossible. Unfortunately, the system we have today falls catastrophically short of that standard. Tonight, I'm announcing the immediate declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure. This evidence shows that the election system we have dangerously exposes, and really exposes like levels never thought possible, the hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference. Just as disturbingly, this vital information has for many years been covered up and hidden from you, the American people, our beautiful, our great American people. But that all changes right now. The documents we will release starting tonight have been gathered by the White House Government Transparency Task Force, a great group of people, along with the staff of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board, supported by our top intelligence agency chiefs, who have all personally reviewed the findings we are presenting this evening and fully confirmed their authenticity. You can see these documents for yourself at whitehouse.gov. That's whitehouse.gov. Go check it out. Our purpose in disclosing this information is not to weaken confidence in election, but to earn that confidence by confronting vulnerabilities and correcting them
Damn,
very,
you sound
very
like it.
quickly, and that's what we're doing.
He kind of sounded like he couldn't get that part out there for a minute, didn't he? God damn. Make sure you guys double tap the screen, man. We got 129 people in here. We're only at 29 likes, bro. I appreciate everybody that did like the stream, though. Thank you so much. We need 71 more beautiful people to double tap the screen. We can be at 100 likes. Say what's up in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys for being here. God bless you guys.
The documents cover 5 major areas of concern. First, they show that over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious activities, which is exactly what was happening. This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence even shows that China assigned a data exploitation unit specifically to this new project. Compounding the travesty, the second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people, in many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling, covering it up from both the president and the American people like nobody thought was possible. U.S. spy agencies began learning about the compromise of voter registration files in 2020 when they discovered that tens of millions of voter data, think of that, tens of millions of voters' data in 18 states have been bought, stolen, or hacked by China. Yet those responsible for sounding the alarm instead kept the information secret and hidden. They did not disclose to me as president or to anyone else, and to the best of our knowledge, they did not inform Congress. In fact, all they kept saying is, this is the most secure election in the history of our country, a standard, very pat line that was divvied out to say. The cover-up of this colossal security breach is even more disturbing in light of the additional information showing that China engaged in other election-related activities to undermine my first administration and our 2020 campaign. They did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it, Donald Trump, to win, and for good reason. As the documents we are releasing show, CIA reporting explicitly stated, and I quote, in mid-2018, the Chinese Communist Party's policy was to leverage all domestic and foreign elements that were opposed to the U.S. president in an effort to reduce the U.S. president's votes and make him resign or prevent his re-election. Isn't that nice? Also, in mid-2018, China was working to influence the results of the U.S. midterm elections and later the results of the 2020 presidential election itself. Separately, in mid-2019, the Chinese government's strategy against the United States was focused on undermining domestic confidence in the U.S. president. They wanted to just make you sound like your president wasn't so hot, when actually your president has done a great job, and they did everything possible to do exactly that. Going on, this document says, and this is by the CIA, the strategy included efforts to use Chinese contacts with big U.S. companies to influence U.S. business leaders to turn against the President of the United States of America. The Chinese government...
Well, you guys remember, I mean, let me know in the chat. Has anyone seen the video? I can't remember if it was Tommy G or what, but it was one of these YouTubers who went out to, like, New York. And they're called, like, ghost skyscrapers or some shit. Like, all the rooms in these buildings are bought, a lot of the times apartments. But they're empty, right? And they're used to, like, stash money, or, you know, they're bought from people from out of the country that come in and they, like, buy whole floors, right? Like, that's crazy.
Government sought to identify U.S. journalists who had reported negatively on the U.S. president and pay them large sums of money to write more negative articles about him.
They're buying up all the farmland, too.
As many as they could, and they didn't care what they said. The Chinese government wanted U.S. president to lose the next election, and the reason they wanted me to lose is because they knew I was wise to them, charged them billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs, and built the strongest military anywhere in the world. We have the strongest military anywhere in the world. These are exact quotes from the CIA reporting. The name of the person doing the, quote, is now under review, but it gets even worse. Raw intelligence obtained by the FBI in 2020, yet buried by rogue bureaucrats, stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period, dozens of significant CIA and NSA reports about China's election targeting were kept out of the presidential briefing. These were briefings I would get almost every day. Everything was kept out that was of importance. One email among intelligence analysts admitted that they had, quote, deliberately massaged the presidential daily briefing to withhold information regarding Chinese activities related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming known and to keep it away from the honorable press. Other officials who witnessed such efforts perceived the motivations to be blatantly political. Recently, we found significant numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of bags that were used to destroy information given by President Barack Hussein Obama to be burned. It was supposed to be burned. These bags were supposed to be at a different level by different people, incinerated and checked, but it never happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but rather through gross incompetence of the people that were supposed to burn the bags. But the findings are stunning. Today, I'm asking the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden, to fire those involved in the cover-up, and to file criminal charges, if appropriate, against these people. Yet concealing China's meddling was only the beginning. The third set of documents we are releasing proves that for many years, Americans were blatantly lied to about the security of our election infrastructure, including electronic voting machines and ballot counting systems, dishonest, almost all. They're vulnerable and they're easily compromised, and people within our government knew that. Tonight, we're publishing a series of previously classified U.S. intelligence community assessments and other reports proving that our government has long known these machines are extremely exposed to attack. As one assessment states, we judge that the United States adversaries, including at a minimum Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, as well as non-state groups, have the capability to compromise U.S. election infrastructure.
Welcome in, Anna. Much love. Hey, man, make sure you guys double tap the screen. Got 150 people in here. Double tap the screens, y'all. We need 68 more beautiful people. Just hit the motherfucking like button, man. Double tap screen. Love you guys. God bless. Jesus is King. I do have a 10 super chat go up of any color. Get your name written on the donor wall. Help support your boy. Any large donos, go to my Ko-Fi link in the bio. I love you guys. Much love.
That's unquote, but that's some statement, isn't it? Made by supposedly great patriots of our country. The document goes on to further state that, quote, we assess that centralized election-related data repositories, such as voter registration databases, poll books, and other official election websites, are most vulnerable to exploitation, and adversaries could use this access to these systems to disrupt election processes within the United States of America. Tonight, we're releasing all of those findings, and spanning from January 2020 to June 2026. This is a cyber threat aimed at the very heart of our democracy. Many people have questioned whether it could actually be possible to electronically manipulate vote totals or change election results on these terrible machines. Today,
anything's possible, bro.
We are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained reporting of a specific plot to do a big number in favor of the corrupt Maduro regime in Venezuela. And that's exactly what happened, conspiring to digitally rig their own country's elections in 2020, and that's what they did. This reporting included precise details about methods to regime develop to digitally alter vote totals in ways that could not be detected even with an audit, no matter how deep they went. This intelligence underscores why we must take urgent action to ensure that our own system can never, ever be hacked or compromised like it was in the past.
If someone makes a system, you can hack. Like they're gonna be able to change stuff no matter what, bro. Like, I'll be on probably for another hour. I start early today. I'm trying to get back on that early grind on some of these days where I can. So
set of documents reveals that even
Appreciate
when
you for being here.
significant evidence of fraud has been detected, it has been buried and covered up. Among the disclosures tonight are FBI files detailing evidence of alleged fraud by a large-scale voter registration operation in Michigan. In 2020, Michigan State Police raided a Democrat Get Out the Vote organization, corrupt group in Muskegon. And we're so concerned by what they found. They were just so concerned. 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections. Since Democrat states refuse to share their voter files, the real number is actually much higher than that. Yet, even this limited analysis found more than 250,000 foreigners illegally registered to vote. Put together, these disclosures reveal an election system so broken and so vulnerable that no one can possibly defend it. It is not defensible. Hundreds of millions of U.S. voter files are in the hands of foreign governments. Our machines and ballot counting systems are exposed to hacking and manipulation and corruption. China and other countries have been trying to meddle in our elections. Evidence of fraud has been buried. Hundreds of thousands of non-citizens and dead people are listed and active on the voter rolls, and yet we still have elections with no voter ID, no proof of citizenship, and tens of millions of ballots floating aimlessly through the mail. As one example of the insanity, California's recent election for mayor of LA and governor was held on June 2nd, a long time ago, but it was just completed a few days ago on July 10th. Think of that, much more than 1 month. Took a month to count the votes. I wonder what they were doing. This is worse than any third world country. There's no third world country that has elections like we have. In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is and they don't want to reveal it. They and others in the media are part of a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the right.
Hey, bro, I believe in freedom of speech, but some stuff you just can't say in my chat, bro. Like, if you start going off on a tangent like that guy just did, you're out of here.
Radical left.
Like, I ain't trying to get demonetized or all that other shit because of something you want to say.
They can't have a great country, and that's true. You can't have a great country without free and fair elections. Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses. They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value airways for absolutely no money. They pay nothing. All we want is honesty in our elections and honesty in reporting. They pay nothing for multi-billion-dollar.
No, not you, Wisconsin. It was, yeah. The guy just timed out, man. Like, slurs and all that other stuff, bro. Like, nah, bro. I don't care if you swear, but I'm just saying, like, what he was saying, like, nah.
Assets. Great damage has been done to our country. Our elections were left vulnerable to being rigged and stolen, and the trust of the American people was lost. This cannot be allowed to continue. Every American, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or otherwise, should be able to agree that we deserve the most secure, honest, and fair election system anywhere in the world. Secure elections should be a partisan, really, we should be together, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, everybody, and it should not be a partisan issue. It should cause to unite us, not to divide us. This should be a cause. We should be united, not divided. In light of the brand new and irrefutable information I have revealed tonight, my administration is in the process of notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the People's Republic of China and many others. We will be working closely to mitigate any harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again. Tomorrow, the Secretary of Homeland Security will hold a briefing to outline his department's recent work confirming cyber vulnerabilities in our electronic voting systems. They are bad. We're in the process of informing governors, senators, and members of Congress of potential issues in their states. If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we...
Hey, bro, y'all need to get the likes up, dude. I need 65 more beautiful people to double tap that screen and be at 100 likes. Y'all need to quit being lazy and hit the like button. Show some love and support.
We are committing to fix it, and we're also committing to be working with those states and local jurisdictions to help them fix and patch known technical vulnerabilities before the midterm elections. We have very important elections coming up. We want those elections to be honest. I've also ordered DHS to notify every state about non-citizens on their voter rolls and direct them to remove all ineligible voters from the lists immediately. But most importantly, addressing this crisis of election security demands that Congress must pass the Save America Act. How easy is that to do unless you want to cheat? The only reason you wouldn't do it is you want to cheat because your policies are so bad and your candidates are so pathetic that you can't get away or can't get elected any other way. This landmark bill requires that all voters must show photo.
I know, because like if you think about the Democratic Party right now, like who do they have as their front man? Like Newsom? Like, dude, come on, bro. Like everyone knows the truth about that, but you know, it's kind of the same said for the right too. But I feel like because people are waking up right now, I feel like this next voting cycle is going to be interesting.
Voter ID, how simple is that? Could I have your photo, please? Photo, voter ID. All voters must provide proof of citizenship. Are you a citizen of our country, please? And hopefully there will be no corrupt mail-in ballots, which if you watched California and so many other places, mail-in ballots are inherently corrupt. So you would have no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel if you're going away on business or vacation. These reforms are urgently needed to stop the vulnerabilities that I've mentioned. To all Americans, I ask you to pick up your phone tomorrow, call your representatives in the House and Senate, and demand that they pass the Save America Act without delay. Together, we will restore faith and confidence in our country, and we will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
God bless America for sure, bro. America first. We can't be America first if we're still controlled by another country either. You know, like he got Netanyahu's ass. It's like a little, like, bro. That's what would save the right now is, you know.
Vital resources are coming under fire.
Sorry, guys. Anyways, that's what would save the right is if they were the ones that like cut our ties to Israel and shit. But other than that, like, I don't know. Oh, my bad. I'm just getting up on 3 hours here, so make sure you guys double tap the screen. We need 61 more beautiful people to hit the like button to be at 100 likes. Quit sleeping on your boy, man. Join the family. Hit the subscribe button with the notification bell. Show some love and support.
Iran struck a power and desalination plant there, prompting urgent public warnings from the government. Those warnings were to conserve water and electricity even as temperatures soar into the mid-40s on the Celsius scale. Iran also says it targeted US assets in Oman, Jordan and elsewhere, and it is threatening the ports of its Gulf neighbours. This all coming after an escalation in US attacks, including strikes on bridges in the south of Iran in what was a 6th straight night of bombing. CNN's Nick Robertson joining us today from Jerusalem. And Nick, 30 days after the, very what felt like historic signing of that MOU, it does seem
historic. Yeah, okay. Bro. It was we read it 14 points of like what is this? Like, okay, this is basically what you've been telling us is going to happen this whole time, but on paper that it's supposed to be signed, so it's somewhat more important. No, what's more important is the outcome, and the outcome was the same.
As if things have escalated in a way that makes it feel very uncomfortable in region. What do you make of these developments and where we are at?
I'll be right back.
I think, obviously, we're on an escalatory military cycle. I think that because neither side has said we're outrightly scrapping the MOU sort of remains marginalized completely on the sidelines of these military operations. But it's still a document that's intact. And one can possibly see a time where either side can recommend going back to that, having decided that through the military means at the moment, they're not getting where they want to. So I think on the diplomatic front, that document, although it's no use to anyone at the moment, can be, again, useful in the future because it is the blueprint for the way out of the current situation. But if you just look at the range of these strikes that are going on, and break it down very, very simply here, both sides have a reason for hitting the targets that they hit. Iran says it hits U.S. military bases and assets in the region. Clearly, last night, it hit a civilian facility in Kuwait that is a huge vulnerability for all Gulf countries, the desalination and power plants that go with them that provide the AC, that provide the clean water that people drink. For most of the Gulf countries, these are absolutely essential and indispensable. So they're a massive pressure point. So Iran's ratcheted up to that level. If you look at what the United States is doing and understand how militaries work, they won't just be throwing their munitions around, we'll put some here, we'll put some there. They'll be thinking of what are we planning on doing next week? Where do we think we might be in a week's time or 2 weeks' time? So we'll have operations that shape us towards that. Number one, making sure that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be safe for the travel of vessels, which means taking out infrastructure, port facilities along the Strait of Hormuz. But it's going beyond that. It's trying to get to the infrastructure that links those areas around the Strait of Hormuz, particularly Bandar Abbas and some of the other ports along there, to deeper inside of Iran, as well as...
Yeah, there's just going to be bombing going on everywhere. And you guys can keep passing through the strait, guys. You know, bring that oil right on through.
Denying other ports, as well as targeting Bushehr, where there is an Iranian military airbase, which is about less than 1 minute's fighter jet flight from Karg Island, which, again, has been floated in the deep past as a possible...
Dude, with all the money we put towards our military industrial complex, we should have so many motherfucking ships and whatever, like aircrafts, watercrafts, all that other shit, to like line up the whole coast, to line up the whole Gulf, like have a bunch of shit in there. Like, where's, like, why do we talk about running out of shit or not having shit when we put like how many billions or $1 trillion into the military industrial complex? Like, what?
Well, target. That's where we seem to be.
Like, and this is just playing devil's advocate. Like, you could just like wipe them off the map with bombs, like not kill everybody. But what I'm saying is, like, you could bomb everything quick. Like, you know, if you really had it.
Yeah, and Tehran issuing
I don't
threats
support this war at all.
over the Gulf's oil lifeline at this point. It does seem as if it is, though, widening its target list. Syria, Iraq, Jordan.
Yeah, like imagine how many jobs that would create, like building shit like that. You know what I mean? And doing everything like that. Like, imagine how many jobs it would create. Like, it would help out America so much to bring shit like that to fruition, but we don't do it.
We already know that it's targeted Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, of course, and Oman. But I wonder what the message is here, do you think, from Iran in widening that lens, widening the scope of these targets outside of the Gulf?
Yeah, it's what's often called the escalatory ladder, isn't it? You know, you target just a couple of Gulf countries in the beginning. It's been Kuwait, it was Bahrain. Now it's up to a former US base, Al Tanf, inside of Syria. That hadn't been struck before. It's interesting that Saudi Arabia hasn't been struck so far in this round, and Saudi Arabia normally considers itself at the top of that escalatory ladder. But Iran threatening to hit ports in the region, threatening the sort of highest value, most prized asset that's mostly been outside of the war in Saudi Arabia, Yambo port, there where the oil exports go through, where exports to the Red Sea and imports, frankly, as well, come into the country, come into the region, as well as Jebel Ali, a principal port in the Emirates where you are. That would be a huge blow for the Emiratis if Iran was to continue to go after that Hamad port in Qatar. Just a number of ports in the region. And I think if we think back to those days at the beginning of April, just before the ceasefire came into play, I think it was the 8th or 9th of April, what Iran did on the last night of strikes was to strike sort of the deepest and send significant messages of what it was still capable of. So it sent the warning then, and now it's saying, you know, we can do this. We're putting it on the table. So yes, we're in a cycle of escalation.
Let's discuss this and more with CNN senior military analyst, the former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, retired Admiral James Stavridis. Admiral, thanks very much for joining us. Many of these bridges in Iran that were targeted by the U.S. were on routes connected to the city of Bandar Abbas, which is home to an Iranian military naval base, as you well know. What does that signal to you about the U.S. strategy that's unfolding right now?
Two things. Well, first, it is going to attempt to cut off, to kill the assets that could be used to close the Strait of Hormuz. I've been to Bandar Abbas before the revolution. Obviously, it's a very important naval port for the Iranians, and cutting it off has high military utility. So point one, go after the places where the Iranians have weapons systems that help them close the strait. Point two, in general, going after infrastructure like bridges, roads, puts economic pressure on Iran. I think that is part of the administration's strategy here to get Iran back to the table. In a phrase, what they're doing is escalate in order to de-escalate, meaning go after economic targets, military targets, put pressure on more attacks with the hope that you can then.
I appreciate you, Wisconsin. Yeah, I like double streaming like this because then if I get clips like on other shit we react to, it's captured the way I would want it to be captured on the other stream. So I can just clip both of them up. So I appreciate you, bro.
De-escalate, and the Iranians will come back to the table. That's the strategy.
And as you know, Iran is now retaliating big time with attacks on various U.S. military assets across the Gulf region. The Iranian military claims it targeted a U.S. air base in Qatar and for the first time a U.S. base in Syria. It also says it destroyed a long-range radar system and several U.S. refueling aircraft. If all of this is true, Admiral, how does this impact the U.S. military's abilities in the region?
So far, we have sufficient combat power in order to overcome the level of strikes you're seeing from Iran. And let's be honest here about the numbers. The U.S. is launching dozens and dozens of strikes a day at this point, far less than during the initial wave, but 100, 200 strikes a day. Iran is responding with 10, maybe 15 strikes. So over time, that's going to favor the U.S. military capacity to continue these strikes. However, it does show the Iranians are increasing their ability to go after their neighbors. That ought to concern us because if they start going after Gulf oil and gas infrastructure, that'll have big economic downside for the Western economies as well.
Yeah, so far they're going after U.S. military sites in these friendly Arab Gulf nations like the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, elsewhere in the region. These are all very close friends, allies of the United States. The U.S. has major bases in the United Arab Emirates and in Qatar at Camp Asaliya, the El Udeid Air Base. I've been to those facilities.
Why is it lagging so much here? Hold on. Is everything good over here, bro? Maybe give it a second. I don't know. It's lagging. We'll watch a little bit more of this and we're getting some body cam.
They're really home to much of...
Actually, nah, bro. I want to get in the body cam now, dude. Let's do it, man. Which body cam channel should we watch? Midwest? Let's start with the Midwest one. Midwest safety, man. Oh, man, I heard about this firefighter ambush. This is sad.
Hey, we got movement! Hey, we got movement down the street!
On June 29th, 2025, around 1:40 p.m. in northern Idaho, Battalion Chief John Morrison and Engineer David
I don't know why it's lagging so much.
Tisdale of the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department, along with Battalion Chief Frank Harwood of Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, drove up to the upper parking lot of Canfield Mountain after reports of a small brush fire in the area. There, they encountered 20-year-old Wes Rowley standing beside his pickup truck. The firefighters asked him to move his vehicle so they could reach the fire. He agreed, but instead of leaving, Rowley put on tactical gear, slipped into the brush, and prepared an ambush. Minutes later...
Why would he do... Like, why they always gotta look the same way, man? Like, and why... Firefighters, bro? That's just sad.
Rowley opened fire. Morrison, Harwood, and Tisdale were all struck by gunfire. Additional crews still en route to the fire had no idea an ambush had taken place. Around 2 p.m., more fire personnel arrived and saw the wounded firefighters. Despite being critically injured, Engineer Tisdale managed to call out and warn them.
Engineer Tisdale, I'm down. I'm not having any response from the battalion chief. I need help. I don't see anybody around me, but if you was wearing some green like military, maybe that.
Tisdale's warning stopped the arriving crews from walking directly into the active ambush. But up on the mountain, firefighters were already pinned down, wounded, trapped, and unsure how many shooters were still out there.
Some law enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. There's BT3's down, BT1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here. Answer first 551. Do not come up here. We need law enforcement immediately.
They just told us 2 firefighters got shot. Where?
Got shot?
Yeah, like, those should be, like, the least of your hatred. Like, those should get the least hatred. Oh, my gosh, my freaking camera. I can never put my hand up without it changing settings. Okay, there we go. But, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Did you hear? He's like, got shot? Like, all surprised? Because they didn't know. They're just sitting there.
Law enforcement, immediately.
They just told us 2 firefighters got shot. Where?
Got shot?
That's going to be that upper parking lot right there.
2310 coming down Nettleton Gulch now. 43, can you please take SWAT team, please? SWAT team should be going out here for this. And where's the shooter? Need to find out more information. Where he's at. Central 73. 2330. Is there anybody from the city that can possibly get the Bearcat for the rescue? I will work on getting the city to the Bearcat route. Bearcat's en route. I'm at the base of the hill. I'm getting up in hard place. 4330. See if you can page drones too. Fires advising there's possibly 2 shooters. I know where they're just Central 2310. I need at least 2 or 3 cops. Possible. I need a thermal drone up as soon as possible.
I'm just set up security down here. They're heading up with a react team. SWAT's en route. So I'm just gonna
what would make this kid do it too? Especially like firefighters who are responding to a wildfire, and he's just parked in the way, and they just ask him to move, so they can go get the fire going. He probably lit the fire to bring him out there, and then did that. That's crazy, bro.
up here to add security for them because they're uncovered in case someone comes blasting down.
Units up there though?
They're headed up the hill right now. There's one K9 and a Fed unit.
I need a direction of the shooter or last known direction of the shooter.
Hey guys, everybody behind vehicles and stay behind vehicles. So get on this side of vehicles if you can. We don't know where shooters are at right now.
Okay, we need to get this out of the way so the Bearcat can go by.
We're holding here till the Bearcat, they're up at the parking lot. Just make sure the Bearcat can get through.
And once the Bearcat gets in, we're gonna roll up and we're gonna grab those dudes and get them out.
Are you getting drone? Central 2379, we have drone on scene. 648 looks like he's getting ready to launch. Hey guys, we still don't have eyes on where the shooters are at. They can be moving anywhere. Please get behind vehicles. Just because we don't want any more casualties. I don't want to give anyone easy targets. Get behind vehicles for me on this side of vehicles if we could. They're up here somewhere.
Hey dudes, get behind cover in case that mother is up here somewhere.
They're pinned down in the upper parking lot right now, and I believe the shots came from above them. So anything that you can provide as far as visual on someone trying to ambush or anything, we have unknown direction where they're at. I want to stay on gun just in case. 2310, 2379, drone is in the air.
Firefighters shot. That fire is human caused, and they just shot the battalion chief. There were 2 active shooters up here in the hill. They tried to draw us in there, and as soon as we went in, the last 2 motorcycles that came out said they shot the battalion chief. They shoot anybody that goes to work.
Come over here. Bearcat.
Hey man, I appreciate you guys for sticking with me today. Much love to everybody. I'm gonna be on for about another hour, and then I'm gonna be off. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Make sure you guys like the stream. Help me get to 100. For everybody in here right now, just like the stream. We'll be at 100 likes. Much love to everybody.
Get up there.
For right now, rescue. I need everybody.
Okay, let's do it.
How many do we have down? Do you know? I got 2 firemen, and it might be a deputy down.
I'd rather have a city cop to drive.
Hey, who the heck now?
You guys want a city cop?
Cowan, can you drive? Cowan, can you drive?
I'll
drive.
I'll drive it.
You got it?
Yeah, I've driven before.
Mike, closing it.
We've got at least 4 firefighters that are down.
4 firefighters?
4.
There's rumor of a deputy down. I don't know where that came from.
Okay, 2, 4,
Come on, Sanchez.
6, 8, and then 10. Okay.
Do an officer rescue and then good perimeter 360. We don't know where it's coming from.
Okay, we know where they're at.
Upper parking lot is all we know, right where the fire is. I gotta respond up.
Okay, let's see now, boys.
Fire down there was saying they're coming from the direction of the fire. Hey, you.
Hey, when we get there, you 2 are grabbing the dude. I need you. FS-19, where you at? We're going to provide exterior security. You 3 are going to load dudes into the Bearcat, okay?
Okay.
We're not all going to
Some of you need to get out. If you're not on the SWAT team or banks, get out. How much farther up there are they?
Literally 25 feet. You don't know. This is the last group that came out said there were 2 shooters.
Here's what we're going to do, all right? We're going to go up. When the other armor gets here, we're going to roll up together. It's going to be the medevac Bearcat.
I need some more medics if you can. There's 4 firefighters.
No, dude, but we're just going to get them the out of here. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. What was that? Oh, someone's car just went down the ravine. And we just had a patrol car walk down the hill. Somebody go check on him. Go check on him. Go, go. Okay, they say it's empty.
How the hell did the patrol cars go down, rolling down a hill and it's empty? What?
Car coming up. Watch out.
I'm not being paranoid. Keep moving around.
Parking lot's right there, right?
That's up and around.
Okay, so it should be right there, and the guys that are down are all down at the...
There's a bowl up at the top there. It's probably where they're hiding.
Need more on here for garden up there? Okay, you guys good? Okay.
Eating potatoes out here.
While there's no footage from inside the Bearcat during the first rescue attempt, what happens next only makes the situation more dangerous, leading to a second rescue attempt later ahead.
There's all operators are moving.
Deputy shot? Is that this?
Fire.
Shots fired. Fox. We're going. Crowd, jump in this car right here.
Yep.
Another shot fired.
No, that's smoke. Smoke.
Oh, the deploy? Okay.
I can't remember where they said this
See?
was.
Smoke.
So they deployed 2 smokes? 3 smokes? 4? They're calling for hands? No, where are you at? Try and find their guys, I'm assuming. 2 Franks.
So two are dead.
3 they're bringing out and 2 that are down.
Oh, God.
That's gunfire. Go. You guys want to go up?
Hold.
Shots fired.
They're in armor. These are not armor. They're in armor.
Smart guy. That was I'm glad I didn't skip by. That was a hell of a lot of gunshots. Dude, this guy's a psychopath. Why would you light a fire to have firefighters come there, people who save lives, just to shoot at them, and then now all this is going on and you're like blasting at cops like this? Like, mental illness at its finest, bro.
He said 2 franked, 1 ambulatory, and 2 more that are wounded.
Ambulance is set. We're shot loop. He's backed up, ready to go. So you got 2 Lions 1-8 if you're driving. Just keep heading out on those. You'll run into the ambulance.
I'm gonna watch down just in case over here, because I don't have anything over there.
They're calling an airstrike. Yeah, hell yeah. Same here, bro. 55 more beautiful people just need to double tap their screens, man. We'll be at 100 likes. Don't sleep on your boy, man. Keep double tapping your screens, man.
Move.
The Bearcat's first push into the upper lot was met with gunfire. When it reappeared, it carried the surviving firefighters, including a critically injured David Tisdale, down to waiting medics. But the 2 battalion chiefs remained trapped above, and crews still didn't know if more firefighters were hiding in the brush. They would have to try again.
Hey, we got movement! Hey, we got movement down the street!
Movement down there, guy in gray.
Hey, watch down the road.
Come back.
Hands up!
More shots being fired!
Hey, grab that PA. Grab that PA, pass to me.
He's walking towards us.
There was more shots. Walk this way! Walk to the sound of our voice! Come to the vehicles now!
Is it just me, or like, are these guys like unorganized? Well, I guess I would be too in that situation. It's a hectic situation, but damn, bro.
Walk this way! This is the sheriff's department. Walk this way. Hands up!
Another person.
Quickly! Walk this way! Quickly! Walk this way!
Hey, walk up on the hill. Let's go! Keep walking. Keep your hands
These are
up.
probably like hikers and stuff, like random. God, dude, imagine being a hiker and walking through the woods, bro. You're walking your little poodle with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, by yourself, and y'all come across a motherfucker that's dressed in all camouflage, shooting at cops and firefighters. And imagine how scared you'd be, man. I wonder if they like ran by him or if they were just like by themselves, like didn't know anything, but they just heard the shots. Cause that'd be freaky, dude.
Hey, there's a high-powered rifle, guys.
Okay. Yeah, he shot us with a rifle.
To the center.
Hands up, to the center.
Active shooter up on the hill. Come on, let's go. Come on. Just back here. All back here.
Run all the way down.
They're not running at all. They're all like, oh my God, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What? Like, how'd you not hear the 100 bullets that were just shot like a minute ago?
Where's our vehicles later? Get out here. Get down the hill.
Racky, come. There was shot being fired from that direction.
Hey, he said high-powered gun. Stay behind cover. Do not.
Got shot at from up on the hill. Okay, when we were doing the extract, I don't know. Which
Come
side?
on, get that dog.
Over here?
Left.
Left? Okay.
There it is again.
Another shot.
Another shot.
That was definitely high caliber. Let's get back.
I lost connection with the drone.
Is there anybody left up there?
Yeah, we still got to go back. Get your heads down.
Come on.
So all the way down.
Get down it, Mario.
Hey,
You're good.
Harvey, where are you at?
I'm moving behind you because I have this. Moving.
Put him in the back seat of this car if you want.
Yep.
Sounds like they're coming from over there. Yep. So I'm keeping an eye on the long road here. We got airline en route. Hey, check your weapons. Oil and safe. Good. We have an unknown. There's a fit medic up there that's down. We don't know. We don't believe he's up there, but we're not positive. Fire needs to get full accountability of who they got if they're missing anybody. Hey, if he starts shooting at us, okay, return fire as appropriate.
Where's my drone gun?
He's drum's down, dude.
Hey, Silver, give my jumpsuit. Go past it. Hurry up. Jump in. Let's go. You take the drone? No. Good.
As the Bearcat moved toward the upper lot for its second rescue attempt, officers braced for the possibility of another attack. This was the only footage showing the ground where the ambush happened, and they were heading back in to reach the 2 battalion chiefs and anyone else who might still be pinned down or wounded.
Right now, we're just trying to recon where he is.
Where do you want me, Brock?
Keep going. Get him the out of here.
I got me.
Be careful if he's a shooter.
Let me see your hands. Come here right now.
Get over here now.
Shooters. Get in here right now. Stay.
You got it.
Get in here. Tell me.
Sir, 5'9", white male, 5'9". Got anything on you? No, sir. All camo green.
Come on. Hurry up, you.
We're leaving you behind.
There's a shooter. Let's go.
Any weapons on you? I can't tell. So I think Morrison's down right beside here.
I got 2. No movement, Jonesy.
They're in exactly the same spot.
One round right directly through the center mass, Jonesy.
Somewhere in this range. Guy in the passenger seat, center mass.
One looks center mass, one looks through the side window at your head. Jonesy, we got no signs of life.
We're going to need the next armor to probably pull them out.
Yeah.
Let me pull forward. We'll use the fire truck as secondary cover.
Get as close to that truck as you can, buddy. I need you to get closer to the fire truck because he's outside.
This is like off the TV shows, bro. They're like planning. I'll use the fire truck as secondary cover. You know what I mean? Like, God, imagine how intense that'd be. That's crazy. I applaud them though for being able to do what they're doing.
Tell City to stand by on City Tap 1.
He's going to shoot as soon as we open these doors.
Don't back up, all right? I don't want you to back up into this dog. Cool dog. You're not going to bite.
Got a bike rider, come down the hill.
Offer the appointment,
Let's go. Grab that guy.
Where's he at?
Right on the side. He's stuck. Get in the truck. Get in the truck. Get in the truck.
Get in. Don't go around the corner. We're going to put these things in a patrol car.
You get them in order to get them out. I don't care about the patrol cars right now.
I gotta just get in the car and go.
But it's going to be a cluster to get all these vehicles turned around. We'd have to back down, and we already had one go off over the hill. It would be smarter to jump on the side of the Bearcat from where we know shots are coming.
We're clearing out of this place.
Yes, but
we're gonna clear out.
Dude, it's great. They're like rescuing a whole bunch of hikers and stuff. Like, God, dude. Yeah, that'd be scary, man. Imagine being hit with a stray bullet.
What are we doing? We hop in our cars. Get the hell out. That's what I'm saying. They want to get us in a Bearcat. Let's move. My truck's right there. If I can get a little bit. Yep, gotcha. Yeah, let's go. Go. I just want cover.
Okay, are we backing down?
We're not going to go and turn around. I know that.
Yeah.
I like your intel. Let's get all the patrol assets out of there. However, I want to set up containment with him. So maybe we leapfrog one armor in place so that we can set and then have the other one pull all the other officers and deputies that don't have cover up.
I have intel on shooter. One of the fire dudes that we extricated got to a confrontation with a white male, 5'9", brown Ford Ranger, wearing all green. I need everybody to start working on identifying who that might be.
Once officers identified the shooter as Wes Rowley, investigators were able to legally ping his phone and watch for movement, but the signal never changed. Nearly 5 hours had passed since the ambush, and with no movement from Rowley's phone, crews sent drones back to the upper lot one final time.
Damn, look at that footage, man. HD, dog.
There, lying face down in the brush, they found Rowley dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, with the same shotgun used in the ambush beside his body. In the aftermath, investigators determined the brush fire had been intentionally set by Rowley using jars of pesto found at the scene, an improvised accelerant. The fire he set grew to 26 acres, burning into Monday before crews finally extinguished it. Engineer David Tisdale, the third firefighter at the top of the mountain that day, survived a devastating gunshot wound to the back. The slug punctured his lung, broke ribs, and shattered his collarbone. Unable to move his lower body, he reached for his radio and made the call that warned incoming crews, a transmission that saved countless lives and would later earn him the Medal of Honor for his actions. Tisdale retired after 24 years of service and continues his rehabilitation process to this day. Also earning a Medal of Honor that day was firefighter Fritz Wiedenhoff, who made the emergency radio calls alerting incoming crews while pinned down above. 3 Kootenai County Sheriff's deputies were also recognized with the Attorney General's Medal of Honor for their actions, improvising a rapid plan in an unprecedented situation. Battalion Chiefs John Morrison and Frank Harwood were killed in the ambush. Morrison served more than 28 years with Coeur d'Alene Fire, and Harwood served 17 years with Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. Their loss leaves behind a community and family that will never forget them.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, that's sad. Like, people who protect and serve, you know, especially like firefighters and paramedics, unless they're assholes, you know, there's bad people in every bunch, but for the majority of the time, they're there to help you. They're great people. And it's like to set the fire and then do that to, you know, somebody's father, somebody's husband, you know, a hero that tries to go out there every day and do what he needs to do to keep, you know, the world a better place. It's sad, especially, you know, congrats to all the cops that got medals too. I mean, that was crazy. People are fucked up, dude. People got a messed up way of thinking. I'm sad that didn't have a little, like, you know, motive behind it. Obviously, they can't figure anything out if he unalived himself, but unfortunate, man. Prayers out to the families of who's involved. That's sad. We'll watch one more here. What's this? Is my thing gonna work? All right, here we go. Felon opens fire. Oh, there's a couple brands. This was uploaded 1 day ago, and it's already at 1.1 million views. So this must be a good view or a good video. Much love to everybody who's in the chat still, who's chilling with me. Try and get me to 100 likes, man. We just need 55 more people. Double tap that screen. I love you guys. Buckle up. This one looks like it's gonna be a banger. Let's go.
An Oklahoma City police officer attempted to give a warning for an improper license plate light, but had no idea that the suspect would later have backup of his own.
Hey, Mr. Johnson, you said you're armed, correct? Yes. With a handgun? Yes. Okay, are you a convicted felon?
I had one pending, but
I was just asking because if you're a convicted felon,
I had one pending.
Can't have a gun, obviously. Okay. Are you like weed certified, or is it just they like hire you? Okay. Okay, give me 1 second, okay? This guy's compliant. He says he does like armed security work, and he did confirm he has a handgun on him, but he's a convicted felon, so let's wait for a couple more to pull him out. We're gonna have you step out, okay? Let me just see your hands, all right? We're just gonna have you step out, okay? Because you can't have the gun on you, all right?
I mean, I can unclip it.
Okay,
it's on my belt.
Don't reach for it, okay?
It's not loaded.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and step out, okay? You're also a revoked driver, okay? So go ahead and step out.
Revoked driver for what?
Hey, step out of the car. Open the car.
Why
okay?
am I?
Hey, step out. Just listen, okay? Step out of the car. I'm not gonna ask you again. Or just open the door, okay?
I mean,
damn. Or 60 taking off.
That guy looks like he was.
Yeah.
Speed is 40 miles an hour. Going into Valero.
Heavy going southbound on 10.
Bro, what a idiot, dude. That guy definitely looked like he was on something, though.
Railroad tracks. Your call has been updated. Passing 2 cars, they're yielding.
He's able to curve pretty hard going like that, so I don't know how long this was.
Went through Maine. They were blocking the intersection.
Oh my God, what? This guy cannot drive, bro. This is probably one of the all-time worst drivers I've ever seen on body cam footage ever.
Still no traffic. Units are blocking the intersection.
He's reaching on the scene, guys.
This guy's jamming.
Your call has been updated.
Alright, 40 across the
Southbound. No traffic.
I am not going to go code 3. I'm going to try to get up here and block some intersections. This guy's an armed felon.
Station Management Supervisor, will you authorize a third of this? He's an armed felon. 774 is clear on that, but no more than 3, please.
Speed's 40 miles an hour. 1 hour yielding.
Still eastbound, no traffic. Speed's about 40. Just crossed Indiana.
Shooting?
Yeah, shooting out at us.
Northbound McKinley, one car, speed's about 30 miles an hour, coming up on the railroad tracks. Alright, yeah, looks like he's gonna try to bail here in just a second, but continuing northbound, still firing shots. 2 more shots fired. Alright, cross the railroad track. Gonna be going westbound on, looks like 20th, yeah, 20th Street.
Can we authorize a couple more units unless he's shooting at us? Yeah, a couple more, but yes.
Northbound Black Roller, he'll be coming back east from 19th Street.
95, show me this.
Alright, coming back to McKinley, we will be going southbound McKinley.
Your call has been updated.
Southbound passing 20th, going back over the railroad tracks.
Hey, you luck on Air 1.
I want to know. Alright, westbound 22nd Street. Westbound 22nd, no traffic, speed's about 20 miles an hour.
Hey, you just tossed something out right there in the field.
That car's really smoking. Yeah, he's not getting up over 30 now. Southbound, give me a second, I'll give you the street. Black Welder. Southbound Black Welder.
K2's getting what he dropped.
Eastbound 23rd.
What'd you say, Dan?
I'm picking up what he threw out.
Northbound McKinley, be careful, Dan. Northbound McKinley.
God, get back in your car.
As if he
back westbound 22nd.
As if that cop should have shot back if that guy had fired or something, like just randomly get a bullet in one of these houses.
No traffic, only police officers out here, speed's about 20 miles an hour.
He's got to live over here somewhere.
Incident assigned.
Alright, back southbound to Black Welder again.
Your call has been updated.
Southbound passing 23rd, coming up on 24th. Westbound 24th. Still no traffic.
Your call has been updated.
Alright, westbound crossing Indiana. Officers are doing a good job blocking intersections. Still no traffic. There's one car ahead of him. It's trying to get out of the way. Looks like we're coming up on Kentucky here. Gonna be eastbound.
Get out of the car! Stop! Stop! Get out of the car! Stop! Crossfire! Crossfire!
So did he like get in the back seat with the gun and make him drive? Like, is that the situation? Or did he call them? Because I feel like, I mean, holy crap. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Switch cars. Hey, he's in the other car. He jumped in the other car. He car jacked up. Huh? He got another car. He's got two different cars.
Yeah, don't get a perimeter set if everyone's going 97. Clear is still not up. Your call has been updated.
Shoot at me.
My car radio will be westbound
25th. He has switched cars.
He's driving down towards Lightning Creek. He'll be going down into Lightning Creek on the 25th Street.
Wow, so he literally had a homie come pick him up, and now they're trying to speed off in that car. That's crazy.
On Virginia from
26th Street. He'll be a black female driver. Suspect in the back seat. It's a trailblazer. Southbound Virginia coming out of 29. She's signaling to go eastbound Speed Street.
Alright, eastbound 29th Street coming up on Virginia. Next we're gonna radio stream back out.
Southbound Kentucky.
That should change your mind.
Let's stop right here.
You're doing good. On this car. No traffic, speed 40 miles an hour.
Flip a U-turn right now. Go, go, go. There you go. Good job.
30 miles an hour. 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 30 miles
You're good after this. Good after this car.
Eastbound across McKinley, speed 60 miles an hour. No traffic. Officers are blocking intersection.
It can become a danger to us just because of so many cars are involved.
She's dragging something underneath her car, so she might have messed it up going through the.
One fewer car in the chase.
She's dragging something underneath her car, so she might have messed it up going through the park. West turn going to be northbound. Hey Brad, you want me to keep calling, or Dustin, whoever it is, you want me to call it, or
I've got a TFO with me right now. I can try calling it. He's trying to get the equipment up.
And then now our helicopter's calling it out. So we're just, like I said, we're going to keep monitoring.
If they're northbound on Walker right now, go through 25th.
I'll get it, Brad. It's west turn going northbound 24, speed 70.
Probably going to get in trouble.
That one car ahead of us.
We are, but
Is there yielding?
it is what it is, man. He's shooting
Sorry,
officers.
Western.
He's shooting officers. I'm not going to hang back on that. No. I'll take the paper.
Northbound coming up from the river. Speed 60 miles an hour. Two cars coming at us with their yielding.
Okay, my TFO says he can probably call it now.
So he has someone assisting him up there in the
That's whatever y'all want to do. We're crossing the river bridge now, coming up on I-40 northbound. Go ahead, I'll call it for him while he stays on it. Your guys coming up to I-40 now, still northbound.
I'm going to get north of the river and then we can start.
I don't know if it's a scout car or if it's the bad guy's car.
because this jog's over, so be careful on that. Slow down a little bit. They're a little more experienced than you are, okay? Right. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Can you get my directions for anything, please? Okay, we're going to be going westbound on 22nd Street.
I got his ID.
See, I feel like that's where some of these channels mess up, is they show too much of all these officers driving. Like, dude, kind of like chop up some of these clips and quit, showing every single mile that's being driven.
It was just part of the car.
Okay, still southbound, crossing in front of Arrow Wrecker. Guys are clear stuff. So
Yeah, dude, he's trying to get home.
I'm trying to call this.
He lives right there.
Stand by.
This guy's got the whole department. Oh, yeah. He's shooting at officers. So.
Still southbound.
Southbound. Looks like we're going to go eastbound First Street, Northwest First Street. No traffic.
You're slowing way down. Okay, guys, clear is up. So if he does fail, we will have him on clear.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna get hairy in the flats over here.
Eastbound First Street. All right, both driver's side tires are completely flat.
They're eastbound on First. They're right here.
Coming up on General Pershing. We're going east, going across to Northwest First.
All right, they're throwing stuff out of the back of the car at us.
Oh, jeez.
I ran out of ammo.
The suspect should be wearing a black t-shirt. He's a light-skinned black male with long hair. Ponytail. Okay, 3 Douglas, watch there's a car that's northbound.
This guy thinks it's Mario Kart, bro. Like, straight up, he be throwing the little mushrooms out the back of the car, bro. Much love, Anna, for the super chat. I appreciate the €2 or whatever they are, pounds. I am an idiot, so don't. It is what it is, all right? Thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate you for the super chat. I'll put your name on the wall here in a minute. This is a crazy chase, man. This guy thinks it's Mario Brothers or something, bro. This is crazy. Mario Kart. Much love, Anna. Again, I appreciate you.
Put up on your next street. Fine. Coming really slow. Maybe stop and guys get ready.
Hands up! Hands up! Get your hands up! Turn away!
Should have gone with Linwood or not.
Just coming out of the back. Hands up.
Let's go, guys. Oh my god, there's a dog. Okay.
What? Threw a dog out of the car? What the fuck? Thank you again, Anna.
Oh my god. I did flip it.
Walk back! Hands! Hands up! Get your hands up! Turn away! Start walking backwards. Keep your hands up. I don't have no weapons.
Keep your hands up. Shut up.
I got the card.
Step back. Keep stepping back. Stop looking at me.
Hey, back up, guys. Back up, guys. Step back. I got contact. Keep him coming back. Get down on your knees. Keep your hands up.
Hands behind your back.
I apologize for the shot. You were way past all.
We're way past that.
Your call has been updated.
Hey, keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! You shoot at us? Look, I'm going through some things. So it's worth killing one of us. No, I wouldn't. I swear to God. You guys ready for the passenger?
Call the driver first.
Driver! Put your hands out the window! Open the car from the outside and step up! Passenger! Step out of the car with your hands up!
Okay, third person's being called up, man.
Come on.
I thought that was a man. I know. Especially when he hopped out. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Where's his gun at, you know? I don't know.
You're all supposed to be cars clear.
Was this the driver? Yeah. Well, this was the driver. I'll throw Chevy Beretta.
They find the weapon?
Thanks for your help, Brad.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Well, Brad's home sick, but Dustin says you're welcome. You guys sound exactly the same. Thank you, Dustin. You did an awesome job.
I'm going through it, man.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Good job, everybody here.
I'm going through it, man. Yeah, you're about to be going through it way worse than about, like, tomorrow.
Hey, sit tight. Were you in the car the whole time?
I can't remember.
What do you mean you can't remember? Were you in the fucking car or not? What's your first name?
Jerome.
You don't look like a Jerome. What's your birthday?
I can't even think.
Man, come on, man. What's your birthday?
I can't think.
What day were you born? Hey, listen, I'm not buying it.
I'm not
buying it. You know when your birthday is.
I can't.
You know when your birthday is.
I can't.
You're a grown man. When is your birthday? Well, we're about to find out who you are if you want to lie to me.
I'm not lying.
That's fine. We're going to fingerprint you.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Portia.
I need to read you your rights before I can talk to you, okay?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Tell me what happened. Updated.
I don't know. Like, he called. He said I pulled over him.
Yeah.
I told him to be careful, and it was gonna be okay. And I don't know what happened after that. I guess he took off running.
Yeah.
We heard gunshots, and we thought y'all were shooting him.
No, he was shooting at us, okay?
I didn't see that part. And, like, she was like, just get in your car and follow them and make sure that they don't shoot my little brother. I didn't know he was gonna hop in my car. That's the only reason that I was even out. Because she has a newborn baby, and she was just trying to make sure that...
Well, let me just say, he's extremely lucky he wasn't shot, okay?
And
he's extremely lucky because he was shooting at us. So he kept circling the area.
Is that where he lives?
His sister lives over in that area.
And then he hopped in your car and what told you? What did he say?
He was like, just fucking drive.
Well, let me just say, you made the wrong choice.
Your call has been updated.
I'm like, I'm trying to stop. He's like, don't fucking stop.
Who's that other guy in the car?
That's his uncle.
That's his uncle?
Yeah, but
what was he doing?
He was just sitting there. He just had a stroke not that long ago, so his memory's not very good.
Okay, what was the deal with all the stuff you guys were throwing out?
I wasn't throwing anything.
Okay, was that Devin?
Yes.
Okay. And who's he to you?
He's my friend.
He's just your friend. Okay.
You have dementia?
Yeah, I think
Damn. Not even a boyfriend? Like, you do all that crazy shit just for a friend? Damn.
Devin Ray Johnson.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You were cool when I stalked you, okay? And you were right to tell me you had a gun and all that. I didn't think anything of it, okay? But when I looked up your history, you're a convicted felon. You can't have that gun, okay?
My wife and my uncle, she didn't want to see me go to jail, and like.
Is that who that lady is? Is that your wife?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she's
my uncle's in the past.
Portia.
Portia.
She's your wife.
Yes.
Okay, she said she was just a friend, but okay. And then that's your uncle, right?
Yeah.
Did he just have a stroke or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what she was saying too. So where's the gun at now?
I believe whenever I jumped out, it fell out.
Fell out like on the ground or something?
Yes, sir.
You didn't throw it or anything?
No, sir.
I don't have any other questions, but let me just say you're extremely lucky you weren't killed tonight, okay? We almost shot you when you got out of the car, but
yeah, that's why,
you're very lucky you didn't shoot back at us. Shooting out of the car, I mean, we had every right there to ram you off the road and use lethal force. Yeah. So you're lucky, okay?
I apologize, sir.
According to the police report, Devin Johnson's firearm was later found in the street in front of his abandoned Chevy.
I apologize, sir. Bro, you're speeding off from the cops, right? You go out the window and bah, 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 bah. Like, how can you just think a apology is good enough? Like, dude, you're an idiot.
With 2 live rounds still in the chamber, police transported his uncle Jerome back to his home without charges. However, Devin and Portia were booked at the Oklahoma County Detention Center. For her part, Portia was charged with harboring a fugitive from justice and endangering others while attempting to elude a police officer. She pleaded not guilty and her bail was set at $5,000. Later, she entered a plea deal where she changed her plea to guilty and was given a 5-year deferred sentence, with her first 75 days to serve at the Oklahoma County Detention Center. According to the Oklahoma Department of Corrections, she was discharged in March of 2024. According to court records, Devin was charged with 2 counts of shooting with intent to kill, 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon, endangering others while attempting to elude a police officer, and possessing a firearm as a felon. He pleaded not guilty, and his bail was set at $250,000. In February 2023, Devin changed his plea to guilty in exchange for dropping both counts of shooting with intent to kill. He was sentenced to 12 years at Oklahoma State Penitentiary to add to his already extensive list of previous sentences.
Oh, this hurts. Yeah. What you back for? You can't be our trustee no more.
You can't be my trustee no more. Yo, what a guy. Dude. Oh my God, the fact that he pleaded not guilty, the fact that he pleaded
on the night of
not
December
guilty
26th,
is
2000.
crazy. How could you plead not guilty? You caught dead to rights, bro. We'll do one more. Body cam release for Minnesota triple murder. Oh, this is close to home. What's up with this?
Okay. Gotta get Rudy in. And then we're gonna back the fuck out of here. Where's Rudy at?
Who's that? What is this? Now we're gonna have to keep it like this.
911 call, where a woman alleged that she was violently assaulted in her home. She identified the perpetrator as her husband, Shannon Gooden. Unknown to officers at the time, the suspect is a convicted and violent felon who was now armed with multiple high-powered rifles. As the video starts, Burnsville officers have learned that 7 children are barricaded inside the house, along with Gooden and his wife.
Well, so this is what I'll tell you, Chan. When you come downstairs, so you see this little entryway from the front door into your kitchen that we're standing.
Oh shit. Damn, bro. Yo. Straight through the wall, bro. Did you see that? Holy. Straight through this wall, and then watch when they duck down, it's going straight through that wall too. Oh man, that's crazy. Right here. With the kids there, man, wood chipper this guy. Shoot him a million times, and wood chipper allegedly. I'm crazy, YouTube, never mind. But yeah, straight up. With the kids there and stuff. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. 192, shots fired, shots fired.
Shots fired. Fire, shots fired. Shots fired.
Ready? Back up. Hold on, shit! Back up. Sit down! Let's go. Let's move up. Archer down. Gotta go. Hold up. Let your back.
Damn, bro.
I'm here with you, sir. Ready to move? What do we got? Go, what do you guys got? Is he inside still? Yeah, we got you guys at the door. We got Bearcat with you. I'm hit, by the way. Where are you?
Hey.
Just.
Yo, at least that Bearcat response was on point, dude. That was a fast Bearcat response, huh?
Okay, go. Guys, can you come around the Bearcat here? I'm hit.
I'm hit in the arm, but I'm okay. Just help them.
We got 2 hit.
The only problem is you got them kids in there. Yeah.
Which arm?
Right arm.
Okay.
Stay with me.
Damn, dude, there's still officers in the house, bro, like whispering, like we can escape. Could you imagine, right? The first 60 seconds, not even that, the first 10 seconds after all that happens, everybody scatters and jumps, and there's dust flying, wall debris flying everywhere, and it's silent, but everybody's getting up trying to conduct themselves. Like, that would be just so intense, and it'd be happening in slow motion, and realizing what, I mean, that was a crazy beginning to this video.
Right, I don't know how bad it is.
Get him right over here, guys. Drag him over here.
All right, ready, go. I don't know. We need Sergeant,
We need to go in the bear. We gotta take the bear cab. Load up. We go.
Get some lights on. Get some lights on.
Lights on.
Get him up and in.
We have somebody in the turret.
Got him. I'm fine. Come back here. Yep.
Chad, is there anybody in the garage yet? No.
On ambulance right now. The ambulance is on the way. We got 2 officers still inside.
Wow.
Did he call him right now? All right, what do we got right now?
Gotta get back.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Jesus Christ.
We got a spot back here.
Suppress the fire.
Yeah.
What did he say? I didn't drug her asshole.
Suppress the fire.
Yeah.
We got 1 running out. We got 2 running out. 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 I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm hit right here in the forearm. I don't need it. I can still use my hand. I can still use my hand. Okay. We're trying to get the tourniquet on you.
Where's he shooting from?
Boy, got your head?
No. Alright, so you got the 2-3 here over my shoulder. Chad, you get the right side of the tree?
Yeah. Can we get him in the Bearcat? Can we get him in the Bearcat? We can't get him transported. There's somebody watching that door. Somebody watch that door.
Who is this? I need you to cover that garage door. Going inside. Light that house up with that Bearcat.
We got a window open up there. Yeah. What do we have? We got 2 hit? We need lights on that house. Light up that house. That window on the right side. Light that up.
Okay.
Light that up.
You still have the kids inside though, correct?
Yeah. Kids are all inside.
Okay.
You guys are shooting at the kids.
Who's in the back? Who's lighting that up? We are in such a bad spot. I think we got to maintain this until they move, right?
We got to maintain the back side. You all right, Adam? I'm fine.
Hey, we need to get Ruby out of here. Adam, I'm taking your spot. You're hit?
Yes, in the front. Yes.
Get out of here. I got this. I don't need to rifle.
All right. We got children in the back there, too. Yeah, we got 7 kids inside. We can make entry into this house now. We got it. The children in.
Sorry, I'm not saying nothing. I mean, this is just captivating. This is crazy.
You watching that service door, Mac?
I believe it's told that we have 3 officer shots.
One in serious condition. Where's the evac going to be, guys? We don't want the rig blowing right up.
My right leg hurts, but I don't think it's...
Your right leg?
Yeah, he shouts it. I don't think it's... So we can grab bangs or anything else. I'm trying to figure out what else we could do in this moment, right? So
Rifle shield?
Rifle shield, is that in 21?
Yep.
Okay, so we grab rifle shield, bang. I get some smoke here as well, we can grab. Okay?
126 that way?
Get Adam out of here. He needs to leave.
You guys got that right window covered? I'll cover service door.
Where's the fucking ambulance?
I can fucking run him. Someone get a shield with me and I'll run him.
Where's the ambulance? Are you okay?
I think so. I think so. I don't think I got it.
I'm gonna go get it.
Dan, you're gonna go with them, okay?
Because we gotta watch if he goes off that back patio.
I don't think I made it. I'm right here.
Yes. Okay. Where's the ambulance?
I will push with you, Dan.
Right now?
Yep, go.
We need to get an airway on.
Because we gotta believe they still have that 3-4 corner, but we can't be 100% certain. Someone needs to watch our 6 or go up by that tree.
Worst Pete. Yeah. Cody. Adam. I got this guy. Jesus, that's right, Adam's voice.
Stop! Drag him out! Drag him out!
Where you hit? Where you hit? Get over here. Get over here.
Where's he at?
Guys, we got in the country. Anyone disagree with that? I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed.
You want to bang? I can go get it.
Oh my god. That is just sad, bro. That's crazy. Like, holy shit. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. Oh, God. Fuck this guy, dude.
Now.
Yes.
You might have shot through the window. I don't know where you're shooting from. Someone throw a smoke.
We need to get these guys out of here right now. Okay, gotta get them out of here now? Yes.
Okay, go this way. You can't see it from this way.
Yep. Go to the north. You need a bank.
I get hit in the back. I don't know if it's...
Yep. Get the bank, smoke, wherever you can grab it, the rifle too.
Watch our 6 behind us. Did you see where those shots came from? No.
Damn. For a second time? Damn.
Where, Roogie? Where you shot, Roogie?
Yeah, check it out, Wisconsin. Sorry, I'm into this. This is crazy.
We need smoke. We need smoke.
Did the vest catch it?
Feels like
you're almost
dead. That's got it.
Get up in the turret, Mac. Cover long.
He's top. He should be top floor. You're right. Nope. Take your time. Take your time.
Turret is not tight enough, but it's not bleeding that bad, is it?
We'll get to that.
And Burnsville engine to the north of the sea.
Smoke in the garage.
Okay.
If they throw smoke, we gotta get back. Tend to everybody else. I'm fine.
We're losing visibility.
Smoke's up. We can't see if he's coming out, though. Stop! Back up! Back up! Back up! Stop! 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 Back up!
Back up! Back up! No! Back up! Back up! Back up!
Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! Yeah, if we go in there, we're all gonna get shot.
Yeah, at this point. We have 7 kids inside right now. Hey, no pressure.
That top right window!
Dude, he's sniping people. He's sniping people. Another one just got hit. Dude, we need to go back. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Top right window, top right window.
Dude, imagine being the neighbors in this situation. Like, holy shit.
Watch the service door too.
We need to go back. Get behind that house if you can.
We've got too many guys down right now. We need more armor.
Chad, that? What? What? We frog behind us at 3. Okay. Am I first?
At this point, a call is placed statewide for armored Bearcats to respond from across the entire state of Minnesota. Off camera, almost 100 officers are now converging on the scene but instructed to hold back and wait for armored vehicles.
We need to get them in the fucking truck and we need to get parked out in front of the house. We're all pinned down.
What was that? Am I first going back? We're gonna head back to the street. I just right corner. Give us cover, all right?
Go.
You ready? I'm out. If we back up, we'll get them in the truck. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get everybody in the truck. Yes. And we gotta back the up. Back the truck up.
Are we everybody in there? Are we clear? Are we clear?
No.
Do not back up. There's people on the
We
ground.
need to back up and get them in the truck is what I'm saying. They're out in the open right now.
Okay.
Hold on, you ready? Yeah. Stay on your feet.
Do you have cover for me?
We got cover. Can you see the door? We got one more. Need to come up. Hey, can you see the door from there?
Hey, can you cover me?
Go.
Made me jump. This shit made me jump.
We need one more bank. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Coming out that window.
Top right window.
Hit the Bearcat. He hit the Bearcat.
Do we still got more room to back up?
Now the left window. Left window.
Left window.
Damn, he just hit the Bearcat. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yep.
Top left. He's moving back and forth from the top left and top right.
Can we start moving back in?
We gotta back a little bit more. Back a little bit more. Get in. Get in all the way. All the way.
I'm good. Help these guys. Help these guys.
No, drag them in.
Hey, man. I can't get to them with this rifle shield and this bang without fully putting myself in the front line of fire.
Are we able to return?
Can we get our casualties in here?
Rifle shield. That one's garbage. Get rid of it. He's got rifles. It's not worth it.
Somebody grab Flex.
Flex.
Guys, you get in the top right.
Go tighter on the
I got a rifle shield and 2 more bangs at this tree. I don't think I can move up to you guys safely, though.
Get him in. Get him in. Let me back up. Watch where you're stepping. Watch where you're stepping.
Do we get our injured cops out of there? They're still there. They're still there.
Back up. You want some?
My question is, like, why hasn't there been a counter sniper put up yet? Like, why hasn't there been a guy who's like, oh, as soon as they said where he was at, someone needs to be going somewhere to get, like, a line of sight
Back up.
for next time he pops out.
Okay, backing.
Holy shit. Did you see that? That is insane.
Back up. Keep back up. Okay, backing.
Where's he shooting from? I can't tell.
Which window? That looked like the top left window.
Use the fucking Bearcat and get him out of there.
Let's go. Bearcat. Do we got everybody in? Everybody in. Everybody in. We got him. Back.
Move him up. Move him up. We gotta back up 5 more feet. 5 more feet. Yeah, move it. Come back.
Moving.
We gotta get people in. Not on the floor.
Stop.
All right, get in.
Stand over here.
Yep. Can you move to that top, to that shotgun seat? Hey, we got more room back here.
You're good. Stand. Fine.
Got room right here. Here, you some kind of distraction or something.
No, it's good. Use already.
Give your bang.
You guys, I have bangs. I'm gonna launch them.
Here's my smoke, here's my bang. Okay, I got a bang here. Okay. I need 2 people to grab Vinny. I'm gonna toss a bang, okay?
Nope. Making space for my rifle.
Hang out. Get him in. Need help. Cody. Get him in.
You got him up? Do you think I need another bang? You okay?
I'm good.
I agree, Wisconsin.
We got Rudy out there, right? Left side. Yes. We gotta go forward and then back to the left.
Does anyone have eyes on that garage still, though?
Need the cover. Drive forward. Forward. Yep. Go forward. Now back up to your left. Ass left. Ass left? Ass left. Ass left. Okay. Slowly. Gotta get Rudy in. And then we're gonna back the f out of here. Where's Rudy hit? I don't know.
Rudy, I think it's hit him in the chest. I think he might be hit twice.
I'm moving my car to find the fire. I don't want my dog yet.
Yeah.
Keep backing up. Go another 10 feet.
10 feet.
You got to get him in.
We gone?
More. Vinny, here, get more. Good. Stop. Top left window.
Hey, yo!
See, they could have had someone out there with a rifle getting a counter sight put in and potentially shot him there.
Can we suppress the fire? Top left window, I can see the muzzle flash in the bottom right corner. Who threw a bang?
I got one more. That's it.
Good, Rudy?
We're definitely top left last time.
We have 7 kids in there. We cannot shoot back right now.
7 children inside.
Good luck! Back out!
Get a hold on.
Everybody's in.
Everyone's in?
Yeah, back out.
Everybody's in.
Close that turret. We gotta go 126. Gotta back straight out. Just keep backing out. Turret, got coverage? Watch. We gotta have cover. We gotta have.
Well, he's got elevated position when we turn.
We can't have the door shut.
Every time I peek, I can hit.
Dude, if once we lose eyes, we all got to get out of here. All right, guys. We have that front door. If he comes out, it's our responsibility. You copy?
Are we going that way or backwards? Doors open. You gotta back out.
You copy that?
Yep. Medic 2 coming to you with 3 down officers.
We have multiple officers shot. They're going to dump and they're going to come back. I guarantee it. Okay?
We don't have everybody's accounted for, I believe.
Where's Michael at?
Michael?
I can't see anything behind us.
Michael went back to 21.
That's right, yeah.
What do we have behind us? Straight back, Sam? Yeah, straight back to 120. We gotta get out of sight of that. Somebody grab his leg. Somebody grab his leg. Grab Vincent. Got Vincent.
So maintain cover, guys.
Where are we going? Head going. DJ, it's Vincent. He's down bad.
We're going. It's Vincent. Ready to go. Down bad. Hey, can you drive
Down
it?
bad. We gotta. I don't know, but he's not. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Boston, we need you to drive, please.
We're inside the house. Just remember that. Let's go to count.
Transported to the hospital. Available body cam ends as officers Paul Elmstrand, Matthew Ruge, and Sergeant Adam Medlicott are transported to the hospital, along with firefighter-paramedic Adam Finseth. At some point, the original 911 caller, Ashley Deardahl, left the house. Then, at 6:55 a.m., a child inside the residence called 911 to report that the shooter was deceased. Officers were able to safely clear the house several hours later, with armored vehicles, drones, and robotics on scene at the time. A month later, Ashley Deardahl, the shooter's wife and original 911 caller, was federally indicted on charges of conspiracy, straw purchasing, and making false statements while purchasing a firearm. The allegations stem from her husband's 2007 conviction for second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon, where he assaulted his cousin and pulled a knife on him. After his conviction, Gooden's gun rights were revoked and he was prohibited from owning firearms. In 2020, Gooden attempted to restore his gun rights, arguing that he needed to protect his family. However, the court denied his petition due to his assault conviction as well as 2 previous allegations of assault by a previous girlfriend and Deardahl herself. During her court proceedings, U.S. attorneys argued that Deardahl illegally purchased 5 firearms for Gooden, 2 of which were used in the deadly 2024 shooting. One of the weapons, a semi-automatic rifle, was equipped with a binary trigger, allowing the gun to fire once when the trigger is squeezed and again when it's released, effectively doubling the rate of fire. He was also equipped with hundreds of rounds of ammunition purchased by Deardahl. Text messages recovered from Gooden's phone showed that she knowingly violated federal law, and on January 14, 2025, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of straw purchasing. She was sentenced to 45 months for each count, set to run concurrently, and will be on supervised release for 2 years. As of the time of publication, she is lodged at a medium security prison in Greenville, Illinois, with an expected release date of September 2028. According to a post on social media, her 7 kids are staying with extended family members. Tragically, officers Paul Elmstrand and Matthew Ruge, along with firefighter-paramedic Adam Finseth, all passed away. We've added links to their available GoFundMe pages in the description below. The loss of 3 first responders left the entire state in mourning and resulted in more than 10,000 people attending the memorial service in person. In the days after the tragedy, fellow officers and first responders met to grieve over the loss of their friends.
I was standing next to him on his last call, and now it was me that was looking to him for the answer. I believed in him as a crisis negotiator, and everyone here should know he was doing an amazing job of it.
And it is unacceptable that Matt did not go home that morning. The loss that his family and friends feel is unbearable. And at the same time, it is also true that Ruge left us with remarkable gifts. For example, I noticed that I'm saying I love you a lot this last week and a half, and I'm hearing I love you a lot too.
Elmstrand, Ruge, Finseth, we were there for 7 children. Nothing could be more honorable.
All units, Officer Matthew Ruge, Badge 45-183, Officer Paul Elmstrand, Badge 45-176, and Firefighter Adam Finseth, Badge number 83, have answered their final call. May you forever rest in peace.
Yeah, dude, that's sad. I mean, that's why, I respect cops when I can, dude, because at the end of the day, that's how it turns out. If you enjoyed the video, let me know what you think down below. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end this stream. I appreciate you guys for being here and supporting me today. It was kind of a longer stream. I was starting to get back in the routine of doing these, but we did good today, man. We ran it up. Much love to everybody who's here. Wisconsin, Stacy, Anna. We missed, what's his name? Skippy today. I'm going to have to get on him in the Discord. But everybody else, man, Jennifer, I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Other than that, stay safe, stay blessed.